Yeah. What's up, man? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. Hold on, guys. I know my vision blurry. Hold on. Let me get it right. Oh, it's too far over to the left. Hold on, guys. I got you. Hold on. Let me get this right. All right, I got my lens. All right, that's a little bit better. Hold on. A little bit better. Yeah, I think I got to turn it just a little bit more about right there. All right, cool. I think we Gucci now. I think we Gucci now. Oh no, I think we Gucci now. If I still, let me see. No, I need to turn it over just a little bit more. All right, there we go. Yeah, we Gucci now. We Gucci. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause, man. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I was sitting there reading something and lost track of time.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Everything Gucci now. I got everything straight with the camera, you know what I mean? With the lens, rather. You know what I mean? So, hey, boy, today gonna be a good show. Today gonna be one of my best shows. I can promise you that. Today gonna be one of my best shows.
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Oh, we got a whole lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Booger Ray, my dog Booger Ray. You guys know that Booger Ray Leonard is probably one of the greatest promoters in the history of boxing. Psych. Oh, no, I'm just joking. He's one of the greatest promoters in boxing today. You know what I mean? So you guys know how I feel about Booger Ray now. Y'all know Coach messed up about Booger Ray. You know what I mean? You know, Booger Ray is the jack of all trades, and he's a master of not too much of anything, but he's the jack of all trades. That's Booger Ray. Shout out to Booger Ray Leonard, man. Booger Ray Leonard. Like I said before, Mayweather Promotions, and I am not on the payroll of those guys, but I am on the payroll of Al Haymon on the low. That's what they say. Sources say. You get what I'm saying? But boy, this gonna be a good one here, boy. I was watching that interview with Fight Hype yesterday with Booger Ray Leonard, and boy, Booger Ray was saying some things, boy.
True.
I say, goddamn, Booger Ray. For the Daytona Rolling Fridays, we got the honey dips, the PYTs. We got the honey dips and the PYTs. This is my favorite day of the week, Friday. I mean, when we doing the shows, and we doing a fight party tomorrow night. We will be doing a fight party tomorrow night. So, but this is my favorite. You know, we got the honey dips and the PYTs. Like, you know, listen, with good green, with money, good green, and tenderonis. Listen. With money, good green, and tenderonis, what is there to complain about?
True.
Just want to throw that out there. You know what I mean? With money, good green, and tenderonis, money, good green, and honey dips, what is there to complain about? That's somebody right now mad that ain't hot. You know what I mean? Look like he got a pork chop bone in his mouth, madder than a mug. For real, though. Shout out to Sheila Johnson in the building. Shout out to Sheila Johnson. Shout out to my sister Green Eyes P in the building as well. My sister Sheila Johnson salutes is. It is what it is, man. Boy, we gonna have a good one. I gotta call it like it is. And also, hold on. I listen, we gonna talk about Edwin De Los Santos too. Let's say, Coach, I had a couple of Nick Sacks calling me, hollering. I said it right. Hollering about, yeah, man, you sitting there hating on Frank Martin, this and that, yada. Cause he PBC. I said, wait a minute, I praise Al Haymon, so how can I hate Frank Martin because he PBC and praise Al Haymon, who is the author, the leader, the head honcho in charge at the PBC? Hold on now. Wait. You got me confused. Now the nigga discombobulated. So I said, okay, I don't blow that up. So now is another thing too, guys. I gotta tell you that. See, I used to be a really, really good chess player. I'm not a really, really good chess player anymore because I don't play. Chess is one of those games. If you don't play, you lose your skills. Like from a strategy, tactician standpoint, right? So, and the only way to get better at chess, you got to play people who are better than you. That's going to beat you into submission. So you're going to constantly get beat, get checkmated, get beat, this and that. But what happens in chess, the more you play guys who are better than you, the better you get. The mind becomes a lot sharper, becomes a lot more equipped, and then moves that you fell for yesterday, you don't fall for today. And then now the guy who was beating you yesterday, he can't beat you today.
True.
That's how chess works. You know what I mean? I used to play the hell out of some chess, man, when I was in the tank. I was in the tank, boy. I used to play the hell out of some chess, boy. It's some of the best chess players I've seen in the goddamn tank. You can believe that. Anyways, let's get into the show. What my man say? Like I said before. Let's get into the show. Now, Leonard Ellerbe reveals Canelo's mind-blowing tricks. Boy, when I saw that interview, there's one person that I thought of specifically. Really two, but it's one I thought of. I thought of Rick Timms, but I really thought of Coach Eddie from the ATL. True. Boy, Coach Eddie say, man, Coach. Hey, shout out to ML, shout out to MNP, shout out to MN Ploy. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to Bruce Gas in the building. Shout out to Tay 215 Philly, Swat Jones, Green Eyes P, what's going on, sis? Jamie Rivera, OP Gamer, salute. Shout out to Flex BK in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out to Weedy, what's going on? Hey, Weedy, thank you for sending me that. Thank you for sending me that today, man. I appreciate that. I shot a video on it, too. I shot a video on it. I just haven't uploaded it yet, but I shot a video on it, and we're gonna talk about that today. I got my notes right here too. Oh yes. So when I said Frank Martin was ducking, guess what? Shout out to Corey Bradley. I had a whole lot of Wakandans attacking me. I had Wakandans throwing bow and arrows at me. They were throwing spears. You know, they were throwing rocks. They were shooting digital bullets at me, dropping addies and all that stuff there. But I say, no. My. How the mighty have fallen. Guess who else called Frank Martin a duck? Another PBC fighter. True. Coach, you lying. You was hating when you said Frank Martin was a duck. You know what I mean? Hating, and we took that. You know, that's these pro PBC guys. Like, these guys really don't make no sense. You was hating because you were throwing shots at the PBC. I said, sir, there's a PBC fighter that's saying the exact same thing that I said. True. There's a PBC fighter right now that said that Frank Martin is a duck. Shucky ducky quack quack. Frank Darkwing Duck Martin. That's his new name. True. So, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Now, let's get into the show. This is gonna be a good one, not a good one, but a good one. In a recent interview with Fight Hype, some people say that's Floyd Hype. That's Floyd Mayweather's personal YouTube account. That's what they say, and it is true. It is true now. And there's some truth to that. Shout out to Knockdown 305 Dade County's finest. Booger Ray Leonard, my dog, better known as Leonard Ellerbe, who he likes rubbing on chests with baby oil and squeezing nipples, making sure that the blood circulation flows pretty good. That was Booger Ray Leonard was one of the keys to success as it relates to Floyd. You know, if it wasn't for Booger Ray, I don't know if Floyd would have been able to accomplish the things that he did. Think about it. Every fight Floyd won, Booger Ray was in the corner. You know what I mean? So I kind of want to look at Booger Ray. I kind of want to look at Floyd Mayweather and Booger Ray as the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. Floyd being Batman, Booger Ray being Robin. You get what I'm saying? I kind of want to look at it that way. Pretty good relationship, right? Now, Booger Ray Leonard explained how the PBC is putting on the biggest fights. That is true. And that Canelo had no other options but to come over to Al Haymon's PBC brand. True. Guess what? That's true too. Canelo ain't have no other choice. That's true. You know, according to Canelo critics, they say, well, he ain't got no choice because he beat up all the Euro bombs in Europe. True. Some people say that he's been picking the finest of the cherries over the years, while ignoring other fighters who have done less. But we're going to talk about all of that today. So anyways, Leonard Ellerbe was asked about Jermell Charlo being so unusually nice in the lead up to the Canelo fight. Some say it seems like Jemell isn't coming to win. And I was kind of looking at that too. I said, man, this nigga Jermell Charlo, man, like he got an attitude. He be popping his neck, popping his gum, rolling his neck, rolling his eyes. He been doing that since he came out the womb. Now, all of a sudden, he fighting the redhead Irish Mexican, named Saul Canelo Alvarez, and he on his best behavior. I I say something don't seem right about this. Is this dude coming to throw? Is he coming to throw the fight? But my mind like, no, man, I don't want to believe that. Not Jermell Charlo. I don't want to believe that. Because over the years, Jermell Charlo has said some crazy things about Canelo, understandably so. Man, you been ducking my brother. You been ducking. You know what I mean? You ran from him from 154 to 160. And then when my brother come to 160, you ran from there, dropped the belt, and went to 168. So you been ducking my brother for years. And then you been saying this. And then all of a sudden, now you got to fight with Canelo. You acting like you and Canelo best friends?
True.
No, you know, just things that make you go, I just had to, you know what I mean? It ain't, the math ain't mathing. It ain't adding up. I say, no, that got to be a clone right there, dog. That got to be a clone. That ain't the Jermell Charlo I know. That's a clone. Now, anybody want to say the clone, want to believe in clone conspiracy? I say that's a clone. But guess what? It's something that Booger Ray said that made me realize that my dog, Jemell the Hitman Charlo, was playing possum.
True.
Yeah. Ellerbe quickly shut that down. Leonard Ellerbe was asked about Jermell Charlo being so unusually nice in the lead up to the Canelo fight. Some say that it seems like Jermell Charlo isn't coming to win. But guess what Booger Ray say? Booger Ray quickly shut that down by saying, how do you know that it's not a ploy by Jermell Charlo? I say, oh, goddamn, Booger Ray letting the cat out the bag. He said, how do you know that's not a ploy by Jermell Charlo? How do you know that he's not setting Canelo up for the downfall come fight night? And then I went to rubbing my chinny chin. I said, oh, the nigga playing possum.
True.
Boy, Jermell Charlo is playing possum. He laying in the cut. Faking like he a dead, faking like, you know how they say, what they say the possum, when he get in danger and something get close to him, he'll play dead. Jermell Charlo playing dead. Shout out to Shaw News, man, the experience, aka Showtime. Shout out to Showtime, man. Listen, check this out. I say, my nigga, boy, I be telling you, boy. I know Jemell ain't going out like Willie Lump Lump. He ain't going out like Willie Lump Lump. He coming to Waller. That got me to wondering, guys. It also confirms what I've been thinking all along, that Jermell Charlo hasn't all of a sudden changed. He's playing possum to the media and to Canelo, trying to get Canelo to let his guard down. Now I believe that this was a part of Al Haymon's divine scheme and plan all along.
True.
Oh, yeah. Al. I think, again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. And you guys know that Al Haymon, pays me. You guys know I get paid on the back end from Al, and I don't want to say nothing bad about him. You know what I mean? So I got to play nice. It is what it is. But Al Haymon, I got to throw him in there, right? I got to throw him in there. You know what I mean? I think this might have been a part of Al Haymon's plan all along. Put Jermell Charlo in the ring to take out Canelo. He said, yeah. I'm finna take him out. He did the old 52 fake out. A Canelo. I talked to the good white folks at Paramount. They say they can give you $100 million. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is sign right here. Yeah, $100 million for what? 3-fight deal, $100 million. $100 million for what? Yeah, who you want me to fight? Damn, shit, I don't want to put no killers in there on him, because if I do that, he might be scared. So I probably thought that Canelo was going to be scared because the sources say he like the cherry pick and all that stuff there. So they were like, man, I got to make it sweet. I got to give him a nice cherry that's going to entice him. He say, David Benavidez is not a part of that 3-fight deal. No, I ain't saying nothing about the Mexican monster. He's not a Mexican monster anymore. And say, you know what I mean? El Benedetto Roja. You know what I mean? That's what he is now. Okay, El Benedetto Roja. All right, cool. All right, no, he's not a part of that. Now, this is what sources say. I don't know how true this is. He said, now we got Jermell Charlo for you. Jermell Charlo? You mean that puto that haven't fought in over 2 years? Yeah, bet. Yeah, I signed. Where I signed that? Now, this is what some of the sources are saying. When I say that, I mean the Canelo critics. Yeah, I have a friend of mine. He's a Canelo critic. He criticizes Canelo all the time, right? And every time I talk to him, he remind me of Coach Eddie, because every time I talk to him, man, I'm tired of telling you, man, I'm tired of that dude, man. Man, the man ducking, man. He ain't fighting the fights we want. This is the crazy part about it, though. He's a diehard Tank Davis fan.
True.
he a diehard Tank Davis fan, but he don't like. I don't want to say he don't like Canelo, but it kind of seems like he don't like Canelo. So let me get this straight: you a diehard Tank Davis fan, but you don't like Canelo. Okay, all right, cool. All right, anyways. I'll probably see him. I'll probably see him when I go to the barbershop. It's always a good laugh with my homie, right? Now, some would say that could this be a trick that was devised by Al Haymon and Floyd Money Mayweather? If Canelo were to lose, would this confirm what his critics have always believed as it relates to Canelo? What is that, Coach? That Canelo has intentionally been avoiding slick black fighters for the fear of losing again like he did when he lost to Floyd. True. Oh, this is a good one right here, but I told you this is going to be a good one right here, boy. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one right here. I expect the phone lines to be blowing up off the hook today. The crazy part about the interview is this. Y'all check this out. Booger Ray, my dog, shout out to D-Block. D-Block in the building. Shout out to D-Block. But my dog, Booger Ray, and you guys do know that Booger Ray Leonard is one of the greatest promoters today. Greatest promoters of today, Booger Ray Leonard. I think everybody would agree with that, right? Everybody? By a show of hands, everybody agree that Booger Ray is one of the greatest, part of the greatest promoter in boxing today. Better than Bob Bam, better than Frank Warren, better than Eddie Hearn. Like when it comes to promotions, who better than? Shout out to La Jessica. Who better than Booger Ray? True. But y'all check this out. The crazy part about this interview was this: Ellerbe said that Canelo is tricky, and he doesn't fight like a typical Mexican. That's when my ears perked up. I said, what? Leonard says Canelo fights more like a slick black fighter. True. Oh, I got the receipts. They say, Coach, you lying. Booger Ray Leonard ain't say that. Guess what? I got the receipts, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to let you hear it and see it with your own eyes and hear it with your own ears. Canelo spars a lot of black fighters. This is what Booger Ray said. And guess who else said that? My main man, Coach Eddie. He say, man, Coach, man, the man stealing all our moves, man. He say Canelo stealing all the slick black fighters' moves, and then he using it against other fighters in the ring. He fighting Euro bombs. He stand away from slick black fighters. You know, he think he doing something. Now he had to come to the PBC because he ran through every bomb in Europe. True. Now, I'm not calling fighters from Europe Euro bombs. I don't want nobody from the UK attacking Coach. This is not me saying this. I'm saying this is what a lot of people do. You guys know what they be saying online. We know when Canelo fight Billy Joe Saunders, they say he a Eurobomb. When he fight Callum Smith, they say he a Eurobomb. They even said that Dimitri Bivol was a Eurobomb prior to him beating Canelo. When he beat Canelo, guess what? Everybody who said Canelo was fighting Eurobombs, they became Dimitri Bivol fans. True. Yeah, that's what happened. That's true. Now, Canelo spars with a lot of slick black fighters, right? So he's learned some things over the years. This is what Booger Ray Leonard said. That quote reminded me of something Coach Eddie said from the ATL about Canelo. What did Coach Eddie say, Coach? Coach Eddie is on record as saying that Canelo has stolen all of the slick black fighters' moves in sparring. Coach Eddie said that, he be fighting Speedy Rashidi. He be fighting Speedy Rashidi and his brother, learning all of the slick black fighters' moves. He learned from Floyd. Then he went to studying Floyd, stole all his moves. That's what he been doing. That's what Coach Eddie said. And this is what Leonard Ellerbe is saying, that, he's sparring the black fighters and he's learned a lot of their moves. Coach Eddie is on record as saying that Canelo has stolen all of the black fighters' moves in sparring. And that he used to spar, that he used to slick black fighters in sparring, he used their moves in order to beat the Euro bombs that he's been fighting for all these years. True. Y'all remember when Coach Eddie called the show and said that? He was the first one I heard say that. And then to hear Booger Ray say something similar, I said, God damn. I wonder, has Coach Eddie and Booger Ray Leonard been talking to each other, or is it just an observation that a lot of people been noticing from afar off? Now, Booker Ray Leonard did say that, hey, man, he said that Eddie Reynoso did a great job. He should be manager of the year for getting Canelo the most money out of any fighter in boxing. He's getting him a boatload of money without taking a whole lot of risk. This is what Booker Ray Leonard said. I'm going to play the interview. Oh, I'm going to play the interview. Yes, sir. I'm going to play the interview. I promise you that. Now, the highlight of the interview for me is when Booker Ray Leonard acknowledged that the only way you can know how good a fighter really is, that said fighter, who you guys are saying is great, will have to get in the ring with another top dog in order to see how good his skill set is. True. Shout out to Rahman. Now, let me repeat that. They asked Booker Ray about how good certain fighters are, right? And Booker Ray said that, well, the only way to really find out how good a fighter is, he's going to have to get in there with some other top guys, and then depending on how he performs against those guys, that's how we'll know. I say, now, isn't that something that I be saying over here all the time? When dudes be telling me this jitterbug is a killer, that jitterbug is a killer, this whole head cheese sandwich over here is a gangster, that pork chop Willie over there ain't nothing to be messed up with. Shawty Big Nuts, whole head cheese, Hobo Sam, Chico Stick. You know what I mean? All these dudes over here, they some killers. And guess what I say? I say, who they fought? I asked that. I said, who they fought? What you mean? What you mean who they fought? We already know he a killer. He passed the eye test. I'm going to say it again. Who he fought? Because if he fought the other top dudes, and you giving him a pass, nah, he ain't got to fight no dude, because we automatically know he'll win. Because he knocked out Pork Chop Willie. Okay, well, the top guys is not Pork Chop Willie. They come to the table with a different skill set than Pork Chop Willie. But the simple fact that Booker Ray said that, I was like, I be damn. You get what I'm saying? Let's say it again. The highlight of the interview for me was when Leonard Ellerbe acknowledged that the only way that you can know how good a fighter really is, that said fighter will have to get in the ring with another top dog to see how good his skill set is. Now, it's funny that Booker Ray Leonard would say that, being that he doesn't follow his own advice when it comes to Tank Davis. True. But that's neither here nor there. Leonard Ellerbe let it be known that this will be a hard fight for Canelo, and that Bivol isn't an elite fighter. He said Bivol is a good fighter, but Jermell Charlo is an elite fighter. So Booker Ray the interview was like this here. He was giving Canelo backhanded compliments. He was kind of like sneak dissing Canelo on the low. You know, you had to, like, he was really sneak dissing him. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to listen to the interview. He was really sneak dissing him. I picked up on all the innuendos and all the tomfoolery. So he said that Dimitri Bivol wasn't an elite fighter. But Jemell Charlo is. Dimitri Bivol, gold medalist. You know, I remember I used to watch him on HBO fighting on the Sergey Kovalev undercard. That's what he said. But that's what he said. I'm going to play the interview. Anyways, Leonard Ellerbe said that Canelo has fought an elite fighter. He said Canelo hasn't fought an elite fighter since he fought Floyd Mayweather and Triple G in the first fight. So he said Triple G was an elite fight. That was an elite fighter in the first fight, and he said Floyd Mayweather. So so basically that's what Booker Ray say, and I have the receipts. I will play it. So now that Canelo belongs to Al Haymon in the PBC, this is where the real test begins. Let's listen to the Fight Hype interview to see if my dog, Booker Ray Leonard, has a point. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah. Oh, man, coach, you lying, man. You lying. You hating on Canelo. You lying on Booker Ray. I'm hating on Canelo, lying on Booker Ray, huh? Do anybody think I'm hating or anybody think I'm lying? By a show of hands, if you think I'm hating and lying, please throw your hands up. Do you think I don't have the receipts? Just throw your hands up if you think I don't have the receipts. I'm finna play it right now. I am fixing to play it right now. Fixing to. That's what I'm finna do. I'm gonna play it right now. I want nobody thinking I'm capping. Anyway, shout out to Al Money, always getting money. Shout out to Shad 1419, Jose. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Rockman. Shout out to my sister La Jessica in the building. Green Eyes P. L Harvey, Knockdown 305, Swat Jones, Swift 718, OP Gamer. It is what it is, etc., etc., etc. True. Shout out to Weedy as well. Anyways, let's do this. But before we get into the show, you know I gotta say all praises due to my boss, the greatest human being on the planet Earth. You know what I mean? All praises due to the most exalted, the most high, the greatest human being on the planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like this man right here, I don't know what he looked like, never heard his voice before, but this man right here, since everybody else praising him, I might as well praise him too. I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Also, guys, you guys sign up for my newsletter. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Sign up for the newsletter. If YouTube don't send out the notifications, you will receive an email or a text message directly from me, from my phone. No bots, none of that stuff. It comes directly from me. Just giving you a reminder that, hey, I just dropped a new video, and hey, we going live at 3 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time. So it is what it is. Now, if you sit here watching the show, hate watching, we got almost 500 in here and less than 200 likes. If you sit here watching the show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button, because I'm not gonna drop the phone line until we get over 200. Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Hey man, I just want to throw that out there. Now, hold on. Let's get ready to play Booger Ray. And as a matter of fact, before we do, let me go ahead and this is 10 of Running Fridays. Let me get this short station identification break out the way. Then once I do that, guys, we are going to my dog Booger Ray.
Hey. It's a brand new day. Take a whiff, Mary J. It's such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. Got a twist, Mary J. It's such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. Take a hit, Mary J. It's such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Hey. It's a brand new day. Take a whiff, Mary J. It's such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. Got a twist, Mary J. It's such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. Take a hit, Mary J. It's such a nice bouquet. Hey. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Come along, get.
All right, let's get into it, boy. Let's get into it. Coach Malachi Williams presents my dog Booger Ray. You guys do know I like Booger Ray Leonard now. There would be no Booger Ray bad talk today. Anybody call the show defecating on Booger Ray Leonard? Listen, there will not be any Booger Ray disrespect today. Not today. You know what I mean? I'm repping for my dog Booger Ray. I'm repping for him. If it's one guy I do want to meet, if it's one dude I do want to meet, it'll definitely be Booger Ray Leonard. I need to meet Booger Ray Leonard. Let him know I've been repping for him for the set. I've been repping for him. I've been taking up for him, defending his honor. True. I've been repping for Booger Ray, defending his honor. You know what I mean? Everybody know that. Anyways, let's go. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education purposes only.
FightHype.com, Sean Zattel here with the head man of Mayweather Promotions, Mr. Leonard Ellerbe, CEO of Mayweather Promotions.
Talk
Leonard,
to him,
what's going
Booger
on, man? We got a big one coming up in about 2 weeks.
Huge. Undisputed versus undisputed. It gets no bigger and better than that.
Okay, talk to him, Booger Ray.
Canelo, he's. I was actually talking to a reporter earlier today. Canelo's coming to that fight with a chip on the shoulder.
It gets interesting.
He's coming off an injury, and that to me explains why his last couple performances, hadn't been per se what the public would expect.
Yeah. What the public expect?
The level of opponents that he's faced recently, let's call it what it is. They haven't been the elite fighters, with the exception of Bivol. You know, he's a solid guy. I mean, with no disrespect, he's not an elite fighter. He's a solid fighter.
Booger Ray say, hey, this where the sneak dissing come in at. The 1 minute mark, he say, you know, let's be honest, Canelo's past performances, haven't been stellar, and let's be honest, the level of competition that he's been facing, he hasn't really, Booger, and again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Booger Ray, let me let y'all hear that one more time, boy. Let me let y'all hear that one more time. Then he say, let's be honest, Bivol is good, but, he's not elite. Bivol is not elite. So I say, oh, okay, Bivol good, he's not elite. Okay. All right, let's go back and hear that again. Now, this is coming from the greatest promoter of this era. The greatest promoter of this era, hands down, is Booger Ray Leonard. Let's go.
With the exception of his face recently, the last couple performances hadn't been. He's coming off an injury.
Talk about Canelo.
And that, to me, explains why his performances, the last couple performances, hadn't been, per se, what the public would expect.
Okay.
Because the level of opponents that he's faced recently,
okay.
I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, they haven't been the elite fighters.
Oh.
With the exception of Bivol.
Oh, okay.
He's a solid guy.
Solid guy. Solid.
With no disrespect, he's not an elite fighter.
Not an elite fighter.
He's a solid fighter. He's good.
Okay.
And so, I know there has been a lot of talk about.
Okay. So Booger Ray Leonard, are there any fighters that you have with Mayweather Promotions that that's fighting elite guys? Or is there any fighter that you have over there at Mayweather Promotions that's that's fighting elite guys that you get what I'm saying? Is there anybody, Booger Ray, anybody you can think of, sir?
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, again, because when you have, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
I'm just asking a question. That's all. I'm just asking a question. Let's continue.
Why he hadn't looked the same as in the past, and people were kind of saying that, he's lost a step.
Yeah,
I think with this fight right here, I think he's going to lay it on the line.
Okay.
I think, he's coming off of the injury. He say he's 100%.
Okay.
And I think that we're going to see the best version of where he's at right now.
Okay.
In him.
Best version of where he's at right now.
He's got a tough
Canelo.
task at hand with Jermell Charlo.
Hold on.
Where he's at right now.
See what you say?
In him. But he's got a tough task at hand with Jermell Charlo. Mel is hungry.
Yeah, Mel hungry.
There are many people out there who aren't giving him a chance, in which I think that's the dumbest crap ever.
Okay.
Because, Mel does a lot of things really well.
Okay.
And one of his best attributes is his confidence.
Okay, his confidence, right? All right, one of his best. Now, I'm finna get straight to the meat and potatoes of it. I'm fixing to get straight to the meat, but I have a timestamp. We're gonna get straight to the meat and potatoes of this interview. Let's see. Hold on. Where's that? I have it right here, guys. Where's that? Booger Ray Leonard. My dog Booger Ray. There you go, right there. It's always great to see. Oh, we finna go to the 420 mark. Anybody want to go to the 420 mark right quick? Boy, this where the party gets started at. Here go my dog Booger Ray. Talk to him, Booger Ray. Talk to him, Booger Ray. Let's go.
That he's comfortable at, and he's not having to, make 54.
Right.
It's going to be a terrific fight, and I'm really, really excited. He has a lot of support.
Yep.
Behind him.
Talking about Jermell Charlo.
All of Houston is coming out for the fight. You know, and you know, it's one of those things. It's always a great opportunity when you see a black fighter fight a Mexican fighter.
Okay.
You know firsthand what kind of fight it's gonna be. You know first.
So he said it's always a good thing when you have a black fighter versus a Mexican fighter. See, I told you guys this is. And Ron Boy Fresh always talk about this as well. Their blueprint is, the PBC blueprint, and definitely Mayweather Promotions, is black versus Mexican, right? Black versus Mexican, right? So the black versus Mexican is a good sell in the overall public. You know, I guess that's what boxing feels. That's a good sell, right? So it can be any Hispanic. Because a lot of black Americans, you know, they feel like they see anybody Hispanic in boxing, he automatically Mexican. He automatically get categorized as a Mexican. Oh man, you know, it could be a Dominican dude, but as long as he look Hispanic, he's Hispanic. Oh man, you know, to a lot of black boxing fans, that's a Mexican. Like especially like the dudes I know. Oh man, he fighting another Mexican. No, that dude ain't Mexican, man. That dude from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, Mexico, same thing. You know, I get when people say that, I do get what they mean, but it's not the same thing. But that's the angle they pushing. Let's go.
What kind of fight it's gonna be? You know, with him being African American, every brother and sister gonna be pulling for him and wanting him to win.
Okay.
And that has nothing to do with saying that, you know, Canelo doesn't have a lot of African American support. But in this particular case, every brother and sister, they coming. And when it comes to Canelo, we know his people, they're diehards. They, you know, they're with him through it all. You know, but this with Canelo fighting on the big stage again, and I think that.
Now I don't know if you guys heard that. He said that listen. He said all the brothers and sisters are gonna be riding with Jermell Charlo. Guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just like it ain't nothing wrong with every Hispanic or every Mexican-born or Mexican citizen riding with Canelo. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you want to ride with your own, ain't nothing wrong with riding with your own. I ain't got no problem with it myself. I don't see an issue with it myself. At the end of the day, the two men got to get in the ring and fight each other. I'm not throwing out one punch. And all the fans who ride with Canelo ain't throwing one punch. And all the fans who ride with Jermell Charlo ain't throwing one punch. Ain't neither one of us getting punched in the face. You pick who you pick, ride with your guy, for whatever the reason you want to ride for him, ain't nothing wrong with that. True. But let's continue.
Coming back to the PBC, you know, obviously before the plant fight, but this is the natural platform for him.
Oh, here go.
Coming back to the PBC.
He talking about Canelo.
You know, obviously before the plant fight, but this is the natural platform for him.
Natural platform.
You know, because he's a big time star.
Yeah.
And has been for many years, and I think that with him, and I don't want to touch too much on this, with him kind of fighting on the platform that he was fighting before, his exposure was diminished. And I think that's fair.
He said the platform that Canelo was fighting on before, his exposure was diminished. So this was Booger Ray throwing a shot at the zone, but I like the way he did it. He kept it clean. He said, let's be real. You know, the platform that Canelo fought on before, his exposure was diminished. You know, so he had to come back home to the PBC. This is the right platform for him. And guess what? If you're a Canelo fan, you got to bite the bullet on this here. At the end of the day, Canelo is thanking Al Haymon now. So if you're a Canelo fan, you hate the PBC, hate Al Haymon, guess what? Canelo loved the PBC, and Canelo loved Al Haymon. Not because Al Haymon paid him $100 million, he didn't. Paramount and Showtime, the network, paid him that. But my thing is, he's over there. He talking like he been with the PBC for years. Thank you, Al Haymon. Thank you, the PBC. I love the PBC. This is my family, and he got the script now. That's the reality of the situation. You know, so it is what it is. You know, if you're a Canelo fan, y'all got to wrestle with that. But that's the reality of the situation. Now, Booger Ray Leonard threw a shot at the Zone, you know, that platform Canelo was on, he really didn't get, you know, he kind of diminished his exposure when he went over there. You get what I'm saying? I told you, Booger Ray is sneak dissing in this entire interview. I was laughing so hard, dog. I was on some good green when listening to this interview. I was laughing so hard. I said, boy, my dog, Booger Ray. Let's go.
Now, his bankroll got bigger, and it's always about getting that paper.
Yeah.
You know, he made a couple $100 million, you know.
Over that zone.
Shout out to Eddie Rene. I always pronounce his name wrong. That's my guy, though. Eddie has done a phenomenal job with managing his career.
Yeah.
And extracting as much money, you know, from each and every fight. He's done a phenomenal job, and he don't get a lot of credit that he deserves, and he should be definitely manager of the year. Definitely manager of the year.
He's ahead of those should be manager of the year. He's done a phenomenal job in abstracting as much money as he can out of each fight. I said, yeah, Booger Ray, they doing the same thing that y'all doing with Tank. True. I mean, you know, Tank, that's what Tank doing, right? Doing the same thing. So, I mean, you can't help but respect it. Now, but the only thing is when it comes to accomplishments, one guy has accomplished a whole lot, and the other guy, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, now he's a cash cow, he's making money and stuff like that. But when they look at the history books and they talk about a lot of the great fighters, the Salvador Sanchez's and stuff like that, and the Zuma Nelsons and stuff like that, I mean, making money, if you're an elite fighter, making money is a part of the game. When you die, you can't take the money with you. People ain't gonna remember the money. They're gonna remember the legacy that you kind of like left behind, you know, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? So that's what you're gonna be remembered by. The cars, the money, all that's cool and dandy, right? You're gonna make your money. Some guys gonna have more money than others. That's the reality of the situation. But I knew a guy, what the dude named Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was a billionaire and he died with all those billions. So making money is a caveat of the sport. That's great. You get what I'm saying? But everything is subjective to the fighter. It's subjective to the fighter, what he wants to do. But let's continue.
You know, for the yeoman's job that he's done, you know, with Canelo's career.
A couple of things I want to touch on with Charlo in regards to him. You mentioned you like his confidence, and he's always known for his confidence, but hasn't quite been that same. I'm gonna knock your ass out, Jermell Charlo.
Yeah.
How do you read into that? And what's he got to do to pull off the upset? What's he got to do to beat?
Now you already said, he said Jermell Charlo ain't been the same Jermell Charlo. Remember we was discussing that over here? I said these dudes either been watching our show or basically they've been noticing the same thing. This Jermell Charlo seemed like a totally different Jermell Charlo. Tucking his tail, bowing his head. You know, he's being so nice and sweet to Canelo. But you know what I realized? After listening to this interview, I said Jermell Charlo playing possum. He gonna try to take Canelo's head off in the fight. And as long as Jermell Charlo come to fight, this gonna be a damn good fight. Jermell Charlo got an opportunity to make history. 2-time undisputed. There's only one fighter that's been 2-time undisputed in the 4-belt era. That's Terrence Crawford. He got opportunity to make that happen. So according to Booger Ray now, boy, he said Canelo might be in trouble, according to Booger Ray. But he did say that about Caleb Plant, too. True. He did say that about Caleb Plant now. We saw what happened with Caleb Plant.
Come fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm gonna knock out orders, baby.
Anyway, let's go back to Booger Ray.
Man, as the underdog in Canelo. Charlo, in regards to him, you mentioned you like his confidence, and he's always known for his confidence, but hasn't quite been that same. I'm gonna knock your ass out, Jermell Charlo. How do you read into that? And what's he got to do to pull off the upset? What's he got to do to beat this man as the underdog, Canelo?
How you know that's not a ploy?
I don't.
How do you know that he baiting everybody to, you know what I mean, and turn it up when he needs to turn it up? You know, stay tuned for 30 September. You're gonna get everything what you expected.
Okay.
You know, it started out one way.
What?
And but it's all about how you finish. It's all about how you finish. I don't think in this particular case, it's like Canelo's not gonna get rattled with anything that you say because he can fight his ass off.
Yeah, he can fight.
He's not gonna get rattled, but there's some situations where you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometime in build-ups, you gotta talk that talk. But Wait for 30 September. Wait for 30 September. We're gonna see if who's gonna come out on top. We're gonna see who's gonna come out on top.
What do you feel like are some of the things Charlo?
Hey, you know what, man? Hey, I kind of, when I listen to this interview, I say, you know what? Booger Ray Leonard kind of seemed like, he like, yeah, because he gave it here. He said, all the African Americans gonna be riding with Charlo. The brothers and sisters gonna be riding with Jermell Charlo. And I kind of feel, and guess what? And all the Mexicans and other Hispanics gonna be riding with Canelo. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Booger Ray seemed like, he kind of like, yeah, boy, we need Jemell to win this one here. And I think, this is what I think. I think that a lot of those guys, secretly, they rubbing their hands together like the Birdman. They're like, yeah, but we got this sapsucker right where we want him at. They're like, we got him right where we want him at. You get what I'm saying? That's what I think. That's what I think Booger Ray is saying right now.
To come out on top.
I think that he has to establish the respect early.
Somebody Jemell Charlo.
He has to establish that coming out early that he's the boss.
Okay.
Canelo, he's a resilient fighter.
Yeah.
Excellent defensive fighter.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And one of the things that I've been really impressed with, and I haven't had the opportunity to say that, Canelo has a lot of tricks in his bag. He has a lot of tricks in his bag. And,
Canelo got a lot of tricks in his bag.
He reminds me of, don't take this the wrong way, he reminds me of a black fighter. I mean,
he said he reminds me of and don't take this the wrong way, but he reminds me of a black fighter. What he's saying is Canelo don't fight like a typical Mexican fighter. Now, I told you guys my favorite Mexican fighter of all time is Salvador Sanchez. I love Salvador Sanchez. My Uncle Benny, he loves Salvador Sanchez as well. He's like one of my favorite. And Salvador Sanchez died in a car accident in 1982. But Salvador Sanchez did not fight like a typical Mexican fighter. Like, he can do anything. And he was young. He was young whooping ass like this here. You get what I'm saying? So, Salvador Sanchez was a mother. But he died young. He got killed in the car accident. He had a knack for speeding all the time in fast cars and stuff like that. But this what he's saying. I'm like, this what he's saying. This what he's saying about Canelo. He fights like a black fighter. As soon as he said that, I thought about Coach Eddie.
Slickness. He reminds me of a black fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, with his slickness.
Okay, slick black fighter, Canelo.
He doesn't have the typical Mexican style that you see most, Mexican fighters fight.
Yeah.
Salvador Sanchez was like that.
Right. He can do it all. He can do it all. So, and I really probably had to touch on that in the past, but that's been very impressive to me personally.
Is he the best defensive fighter in boxing right now?
He's definitely one of them. He's definitely in the top two or three. Top two or three
defensive fighters. Canelo has really good defense.
Well, I know people label some people as the best, but it's like you got to get in there with the top fighters to see, where you at.
Now listen to this.
Listen.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Now, this is very key. He said, I know some people like to label fighters the best, but then he follows it up with saying, you got to get in there with the top fighters in order to see who the best is. Now, isn't that what I say over here all the time? True. Isn't that what I say over here all the time? I say, dude, y'all be telling me this dude is the next hog head cheese. That's the next Poach Chop Willie. That's the next Hobo Sam. That's the next Shout Big Nuts. That's the next Chico Stick. And I'm like, dude, the only way I'm gonna know, because I have an old school criteria, and the old school criteria is the way to do things. This new school stuff, you don't have to fight the fights. You just gotta have enough Instagram followers, be popping, be popular, have the nice clothes, have the cars, have the tenderonis, be popping in the club. You ain't gotta fight no nobody now. You can fight whole head cheese, a pork chop sandwich. You can be fighting just nobodies. You get what I'm saying? And these boxing fans today, they be praising dudes for doing less, and the dudes who do the most, they tear them down.
True, true, true.
They be saying dudes as 3-division world champions, fighter of the year, 2-time undisputed, knocked off, all his undefeated champions, beating gold medalists. They'll say that dude ain't did nothing. But they'll say a dude, man, my fighter sold out the arena. Yeah, but who he fought? It don't matter who he fought. And then they started hyping up the bums.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
They'll hype the bum up because their favorite fighter fighting them. They try to make it seem like their favorite fighter is doing some crazy, and doing some killer stuff. And then what pissed me off, I'm like, I ain't got no problem with none of that. But then they'll compare their fighter to the greats. How you gonna compare this dude to the greats when he's not doing what the greats have done in order to establish the greatness? What Sugar Ray did is what made him great. What Ali did is what made him great. What Zuma Nelson, Sanchez, Willie Pep, those guys, Hagler, Hearns, Duran, Pernell Whitaker, what those guys did, Oscar De La Hoya, made them great. You guys want to make fighters great without them even having to do the things that it take to be great.
True, true, true.
That's the problem I have. And then the nigga want to look at me like I got 9 heads. Yeah, no. So that kind of caught me off guard when Booger Ray said that. Let's go.
Definitely in the top 2 or 3. Top 2 or 3. Yeah, top 2 or 3. Well, I know people label some people as the best, but it's like you got to get in there with the top fighters to see, where you at. Mm-hmm. Canelo's definitely up there, but he's definitely a slick fighter. But also, Charlo has that clutch gene that Brad talks about.
Okay.
That he knows, he steps it up when he has to step up.
Rise to the occasion.
He rises to the occasion.
Okay.
And in this particular case, he's got to come out. Can't wait. He's got to come out and establish the respect early.
Okay.
Canelo brings a lot of experience.
Okay.
Did you see his workout today?
Yep.
Did he look tired after his workout to you?
No, he didn't. It's just Canelo's very comfortable where he's at in his career.
Okay. He talking about a Canelo workout. He looked kind of tired. That's what he's saying.
This is. I'm sure it's fun for him. Fun to a point where.
Let me get to the other part.
He's faced since Triple G.
Hold on. Check this out.
And no player stuff.
Listen to this.
Charlo, but like I'm not gonna let it off the hook. The fight's getting closer now. Now I'm gonna start pulling for receipts to build some spite towards you and chip on my shoulder.
Well, that's what the when you're a veteran.
Talking about Canelo.
You find different things. It's no different for a basketball player or stuff what we call the bulletin board.
So what they're saying is Canelo was trying to find things that were said in the past in order to get himself fired up and motivated to beat Jermell Charlo or to fight him. So what it is, because I got an interview with Boxing Scene where Canelo was talking about, I remember a lot of the things that him and his brother said about me not fighting anybody and this and that, and I was ducking his brother. He didn't say ducking his brother, but that's what he was hinting at. And that's what he was talking about. So they're saying Canelo was using that as motivation going into the fight. If you Jemell Charlo, you come out swinging. Ain't no need to be in reserve. Look here, man, you been ducking my brother all these years. That's what we've been saying. You was ducking. You been cherry picking. You went to the zone, fought all those Euro bombs. Now you had to come back to Al Haymon in the PBC. And guess what? You think I'm a cherry. You think because I moved up 2 weight classes, but I think Canelo went up 2 weight classes one time and fought somebody. But you think because I moved up, you think I'm a cherry. You think it's going to be sweet. I'm going to put hands and foots on you, boy. Now that's why I said I think Jermell Charlo, I said this dude either he gonna lay down or he playing possum. One of the two. Now, according to Booger Ray Leonard, Jermell Charlo been playing possum. But let's go.
To get you motivated, but Charlo's gonna be more than enough to motivate him when that bell rings. Because again, it's that this won't be John Ryder This won't be Callum Smith or BJ Sanders. It won't.
Hey, JC, you heard what he said? He said, yeah, Jemell coming to fight because, this won't be John Ryder. This won't be Callum Smith. This won't be, what he called? He said BJ Sanders.
True.
Hey, Booger Ray throwing shots. Boy, this is sneak dissing. He said, yeah, this won't be John Ryder. This ain't gonna be no Callum Smith. This ain't gonna be no, this ain't gonna be no doggone BJ Sanders. Who is BJ Sanders? Who is BJ Sanders? Is he trying to say Sanders? Boy, Booger Ray is a savage.
But Charlo is going to be more than enough to motivate him when that bell rings. Because, again, it's that this won't be John Ryder. This won't be Callum Smith or BJ Sanders. It won't be none of that stuff. And they all are good, solid fighters. But Jermell Charlo is better than all of those guys. All of those guys. And this is the best opponent that he's fought since the Triple G fight. And no knocking on Bivol. Bivol won the fight.
Okay.
But again, I believe what Canelo said. He was injured.
Yeah.
In that fight, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe him. But this is the best fighter that he would have he's faced since Triple G won.
Oh.
Speaking of
So he said that this is going to be the best fight that Canelo has fought since Triple G won. So he's pretty much diminished Bivol, diminished Billy Joe Saunders, diminished Callum Smith, John Ryder. Hey, Booger Ray, my dog, Booger Ray.
5 Mexican fighters ever, Leonard. You got a top 5, or is that doing too much?
Well, he's number 1.
Not just because you promote them.
No, I'm not promoting.
Yeah, you're right. You're not right.
Promoting. This promotion is Canelo Promotions,
right? And
Canelo Promotions and TGB and PBC.
Ahead of my guy Salvador Sanchez.
Yeah.
Nah.
And I'm not just saying it's like.
Nah, and I don't agree with that. Canelo ain't the number 1 Mexican fighter. I know the Canelo fans believe that. They think Canelo's the greatest fighter in the history of boxing. And guess what? They have a right to believe that. That's their opinion. My opinion is he won't. Canelo, he got some accomplishments, but I wouldn't go that far. But he's a great fighter. I ain't taking that from him. But I'm just saying my opinion, because when I lay my criteria out and I look at all those boys back there, the Marquezes and all those other dudes and the Salvador Sanchez and the Julio Cesar Chavez and stuff like that, I'm just saying for me, it's subjective to the individual. I ain't finna go to war with no motherfucker about my opinion. But it is what it. But Booger Ray said he got Canelo as the number 1 Mexican fighter over anybody of all time. So basically.
It's like I've been watching a lot of stuff on him, man. It's like he's a good fighter, and he's watched a lot of. You could tell he's watched a lot of Floyd. But
Canelo watched a lot of
Floyd. What
Floyd.
Don't know is that man spars a lot of black fighters too.
Always has.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And he's gotten better. He's gotten better by doing that. Mm-hmm. He ain't just worked with one particular race.
Rashidi Ellis, Dennis Douglin, on and on, like a lot.
He's worked with a number of African American fighters who are athletic, and he's learned that slick stuff from the guys that he's worked with. I mean, you look early on in his career, he was kind of robotic.
Yeah.
He didn't have a lot of upper body movement.
That's true.
But he's gotten better and better and better over the years. And again, you got to give credit to his team, the guys because that's actually being smart and thinking big picture of like, how can I get better?
Now when you look at that's all I'm gonna play in the interview. It's almost over with anyways. If you look at Canelo's career, like when he first started out when Floyd fought him, he's a total different fighter from when he fought Floyd. He learned a lot. Like, and I agree with that. It's a lot of stuff he does. It's a lot of Floyd Mayweather you see in him. You know what I mean? Especially the upper body movement. The best guy I seen do with upper body movement, Salvador Sanchez is great. James likes how Tony, one of the best in my opinion, slipping, catching, shooting, parrying, sidestepping, get what I'm saying? Just know how to fight in that box. But you know what though? He made a point on that. I think a lot of the black fighters that of course we do see the Floyd influence on Canelo. I do see that. I don't think no one can deny that. But I think a lot of the fighters that he sparred. Now I didn't even think much about that, but until I heard Booger Ray Leonard said it. But the first person I heard say it was Coach Eddie. Let me go ahead and get ready to drop these phone lines and give everybody a round of applause. Coach Eddie was the first one I heard kind of like, yeah, man, but Coach Eddie took it, yeah, man, he's stealing all our moves, man. He's stealing all the black fighters' moves, that's how he be winning, Coach. He don't fight like no typical Mexican. And I'm like, man, Canelo doesn't have the typical Mexican style, but Salvador Sanchez didn't have that neither. And I'm not comparing Canelo to Salvador Sanchez, but I'm just saying, he didn't have that neither. So, there are just many different styles out there. The great fighters, you learn from whoever you fight from. And whatever Canelo learned from Floyd Mayweather and added to his repertoire, or whatever he learned from any of the sparring partners he's fought, the black sparring partners he's fought, and learned and added to his repertoire. I mean, that's a smart thing. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You got to do that. You got to try to pick up a little something over here, pick up a little something over there, pick up a little something over there. Add that to your overall arsenal, and then you practice it in reps. You practice it in sparring. You keep sparring these guys and sparring them. Then you get better and better. You start learning a lot of their moves and mimicking it and stuff like. You get what I'm saying? Like the Canelo today. If you look at him, the one that fought Floyd, and look at the way he fight now, it looked like two different fighters. So I definitely give Eddie Reynoso a lot of credit because just over the years, he was able to transform Canelo make him into another fighter. You get what I'm saying? From how he was when he was young, 22, 23 years old. But you get what I'm saying? So I kind of see it that way. Let's get ready to drop these phone lines, man. We're going to go to a short station identification break. Then I'm going to drop the phone lines and we're going to go.
About you. And ever since that first night, it seems like I've been going crazy about you.
Mint green chrome in the butt, burnt orange 550. Say the pinky ring pimp, give love pussy. Seafood, big pool, make your girl look. Backwoods, big grill, watch the chef cook. Talk slow, big smoke in the moonlight. Knock your doors down, shout it till your mind right. East Point, Fulton County, where a nigga from. Got love.
Let's get the likes up. Phone lines finna get ready to drop. We need 52 more likes before we get to 300. Let's get the likes up. Let's get ready to drop these phone lines right quick, man. But before we do, we got to say shout out to Gloria Day and the fabulous Set Trips.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard. They be tripping.
We be tripping.
So they swerving on. No faking and no snitching. And repping high for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust.
Niggas gonna bust.
Shout out to average boxing fans dropping that $2 super chat. He said Kobe stole all the MJ moves and perfected them. Yeah, that is true. Kobe patterned his whole basketball game out to MJ. Shout out to Ray the Reaper dropping that $2 super chat. He said Canelo fought Mexican style versus Ryder and Triple G in my opinion. Okay, I mean it is what it is. Phone lines open, man. Anybody got something to say? Call the show 530-494-9636.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Shout out to Summer in November. So what's going on, sis? Shout out to JC in the building, my brother JC, Dr. Paul Evans, my good brother. Shout out to who else we got in the building, man? Shit. Anthony Lopez, Jamie Rivera. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Damon Webster. Damon, what's going on, my brother? Shout out to Damon. Who else we got? Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to Gene Warren. What's going on, fam? Letitia, what's going on, sis? Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans, etc., etc., etc. It is what it is. OG. Shout out to OG Guancarlo. What's going on, fam? Guancarlo. Salute. Salute. It is what it is. Shout out to Shad. Shad 1419. Now, I'm sitting back looking at this, right? It was a whole lot to unpack what Booger Ray said, right? I could shoot several videos in what Booger Ray said, right? Booger Ray, Booger Ray is a funny guy because he'll say some real stuff in one breath, but then it kind of seemed like, sometimes it seems like he gives like backhanded compliments sometimes, or sometimes it seems like, and again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I caught a couple of shots he threw out there, and again, I'm not tripping at all. Canelo's a PBC fighter. That's just the reality of the situation. He's over there with Al Haymon. He's reading the script. He's thinking out and all that stuff there. So that is true. That's the reality. But it's something that he said that really, especially with the slick black fighter stuff. Canelo learned a lot from fighting the Floyds. Learned a lot from fighting, just a lot of different sparring partners and stuff like that. And of course, over time, you get better and better. Defensively, I always say that. I say Canelo is a great defensive fighter. And the way he fights, he always puts himself in position to land his shots. He's a hard-hitting mofo. He always get good leverage on his shots. He's more of a mid-range type fighter. But once he get mid-range, get to his sweet spot, and that high guard, his trap counter game is pretty good. If you swing at Canelo and miss, he'll make you pay. You get what I'm saying? He'll make you pay if you miss. He has power in both hands, so he can hurt you with the left hand and the right hand. And he's an excellent body puncher. And he can take a punch. So I always say that when you're fighting a guy like that, it's going to take a hell of a fighter to beat Canelo, or you're going to have to put together a hell of a performance. Now, I do disagree with Booger Ray when he say that Dimitri Bivol is not an elite fighter. I do disagree with that. Dimitri Bivol is an elite fighter. You get what I'm saying? So I disagree with that. But of course, Booger Ray is going to say that, hey, because it's the PBC fighter, Jermell Charlo is an elite fighter. And I'm like, yeah, Jermell Charlo is an elite fighter, but Dimitri Bivol is an elite fighter too. I mean, you don't beat a Canelo Alvarez without being an elite fighter. You get what I'm saying? Because he's only lost 2 elite fighters. We don't mean the losses that's counted on his record. Floyd Mayweather, Dimitri Bivol, right? So now some would say he lost other fights that haven't been counted. It is what it is, right? But Bivol is an elite fighter, so I disagree with that. Jermell Charlo, let me see what's up. Jermell Charlo, again, he's coming off of a 16-month layoff. But he looks like he's ready. Jemell look like he's ready, look like he's war ready, he's ready to go. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm still of the opinion that I think the same guys probably on that side of the street that wasn't too crazy about Canelo, they still not too crazy about him. And I think that they kind of want to. If I was a betting man, even though Canelo is with the PBC now, if I was a betting man, I would bet that maybe Booger Ray, a little, definitely Floyd. They probably want to see him lose, and they hoping that Jermell Charlo is the one that do it. Jermell Charlo seems like he's taking this fight very, very seriously. He seems like he's taking this fight very, very seriously. So we're going to see exactly what's up, how it plays out. But Booger Ray did spill the beans. How do you know that it's not a ploy? Because I'm like, man, why is Jermell Charlo being so nice? Why is he being so friendly? Like this ain't what Jermell Charlo is known for. He don't cursed out every black fighter he's ever fought. Talked about they mammies, they daddies, whatever the case may be. Already be ready to come to blows. But all of a sudden, when you fight Canelo, like you Forrest Gump right now. And for me, I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Like, you know, I went to thinking like, damn, is this nigga playing like? Is he gonna throw? Like, is he like not gonna show up? Is he gonna throw the fight, or is he playing possum? And what I got from Booger Ray Leonard, Jermell Charlo playing possum.
True.
Now, does that mean he's gonna win the fight? Nah, it definitely don't mean he gonna win the fight. Nah, hell no. It doesn't mean he's gonna win the fight. It doesn't mean that at all. But you know, I just again, as I said before, it doesn't matter if you be nice to Canelo or you be mean to Canelo. The mission is the same when it comes to Canelo. He's trying to knock you out. John Ryder was very nice and respectful to Canelo, but look what happened to John Ryder. He got beat up for about 12 rounds. John Ryder won a couple of rounds, but he got his nose broke. His nose was broken, all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. So, Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Sheila from Northern Cali.
Sheila from Northern Cali. Talk to me, sis.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing
good afternoon. Yeah, I was just watching your show and I'm enjoying it. And a couple shows ago, I just want to comment that you had discussed this exact thing about Jemell being so quiet, you know, not being his usual self. And then I called in and to your show and I saw a short and I wish I could find it, but Jemell basically said that there's another side, Mel, that he can bring out. And that caught my eye. I was like, well, maybe this possum thing, I don't know. But there, he said it, though. And it was just a little snippet. And he thought, I can bring it out if you want it. I was like, oh, okay, bring it out. So, I mean, basically, this is interesting. And what Booger Ray is saying. So what do you think on that?
Nah, you know, I think it makes sense because I've been following Jermell Charlo for a long time. He's one of my favorite fighters, and I'm like, man, you're trying to read the body language and stuff like that. But then when I went to watching the other interviews, it seemed like that he was like he was just really being reserved, like really trying to keep it all in, like he was trying to keep it all in, and you know, I don't know if Al Haymon them spoke to him. You got to be respectful. We don't need you acting crazy like you normally act with Tony Harrison and every other fighter you fought. You know, you fighting Canelo, so you got to give him the utmost respect. But it seemed like he got orders to really pipe it down, and he's just doing that. That's what it kind of seemed like to me.
Yeah. So I hope he brings it. I'm pro Charlo. I hope he has a snowball's chance in hell. As you say, half the time, a lot of times. So, I'm rooting for him. So, go Charlo. Have a good day. Thank you for taking my call.
All right, thank you so much. Shout out to Sheila, Northern Cali, stand up. Yeah, I think doggone Jemell. I think Jemell, you get what I'm saying, guys? I think Jemell probably it looked like he training like crazy though. Like for what they showing in the training and the workouts, looked like he training like crazy. This fight right here is going to be. You know what, man? I kind of think this might be a little dog fight. I think Jermell Charlo is going to have to use a lot of lateral movement. I don't know if I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it up for a long time. But you know, Canelo is a very patient fighter. You know, he's looking to trap and counter. You get what I'm saying? Parry, block, and you counter off your offense. Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
It's Coach Eddie from the ATL, Coach.
Coach Eddie, man, talk to me, fam. Well, I would think about you.
And when I heard it,
I would think about you when I heard that interview, boy. I say, damn, this sound well. Go ahead.
As soon as I heard that interview, man, I about fell out my chair, man, because what it did, all the wounds that Canelo has inflicted on me was starting to heal. And then it was like somebody just pulled a scab off when he just reminded me of all his duckery and all his, just devious things he's been doing over the years, man. Just lying and stealing all the moves from the black fighters and, just all the ducking because Leonard Ellerbe is very eloquent. He basically said that Canelo been ducking. He said he been cherry picking. Because he said, Eddie Reynoso is a great manager, which means he been ducking, and he been cherry picking, and he been robbing the bank. He said, he made a lot of money. Basically, everything that we've been saying over here at the True Media Boxing Family, he been ducking, stealing, and cherry picking. Leonard Ellerbe said it so eloquently, a lot better than I can say it.
Yeah.
But it was just reminding me, it's like, even the sparring partners. Sparring is to see what your fighter is good at and see what he's not good at. That's why I know, I don't care what nobody say, he ducked some guys, Demetrius Andre, because in sparring, he was getting his butt kicked by a left-handed slick fighter. And he said, you know what? We ain't going to fight no left-handed slick fighter. Yeah, when they fought Arizona Laura, that was a tight fight. And Demetrius Andre is a bigger, stronger, longer version, pause, of Arizona Laura. Like I say, he's a duck, coach. And at the end of the day, man, Leonard just just put the stamp on everything. Let them know that I'm not going crazy. And I know D-Block gonna call in. I want you to go ahead and go ahead and get the Bronner ready for him and we must internalize. So he gonna say something to try to justify that all the stuff Canelo been doing. Ducking, cherry picking, stealing move from the black community. He owed all his sparring partners reparations, man, because some of the guys he spar with him, they come to my gym. Them guys driving used BMWs, 2008, still getting $8,000 for a fight, man. This dude riding around on yachts, sipping champagne, goddamn silk pajamas. He living the life of a king, man. All his sparring partners is getting chalked off, man. So I don't like it, coach. I'm hating. Hey. I don't like how Canelo been moving. I want him out the game, coach.
Hey, Coach Eddie, let me ask you this. What do you think about what Leonard said when they was talking about great fighters? I think the interviewer asked him a question about great fighters and this and that. And he said, well, I hear a lot of people say that this fight is great, that fight is great. But the only way you're really going to know is, he got to get in there with another great fighter and stuff like that. What you think about? What you think about when Leonard said that? That kind of caught me off guard, because some would say that, hey man, when it comes to some of the fighters that you promote, Leonard, you don't keep that same energy as it relates to the only way we're going to know this guy's great. He got to get in there with another great fighter. What say you about that?
I agree with you, Coach. I believe that Tank Davis is taking following the Mayweather print. He fighting the easy matches. He fighting other bombs and need to step his game up. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. This man is supposed to be the best. He's supposed to be the boogeyman at 135. Fight the guy. Fight the Devin Haney's. Fight the Teofimo Lopez's. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight Shakur Stevens and all these guys that's in your era. There's no excuse for anybody ducking any smoke. You say you're the best, then prove it.
So my thing is this, right? And this is the issue that I have with Floyd Mayweather. I'm like, dude, okay, Tank is this great, phenomenal fighter, fine. But he can be the cash cow, make all the money in the world, and still fight legacy fights. Like, it doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be, hey, we gonna fight, I'm gonna still make my money and fight legacy fights. Very similar to what Floyd did. Floyd did it. Floyd fought legacy fights and he broke the bank. Why you can break the bank and fight legacy fights at the same time? You can do both. You get what I'm saying?
Right, but Coach, like you said, Coach, how good are these guys really? We won't know.
We won't know till they fight each other.
They've been protected at the end of the day. They all of them in their witness protection program. All of them. We won't know until we get these matchups.
Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, man, Coach Eddie, man, thank you for calling the show, man. When I heard that interview, you're the first person I thought about. Yes. I say, boy, this sounds like Coach Eddie right here, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
one more thing, Coach. Go ahead. One more thing, Coach. Go ahead and get the Bronner ready, and we must internalize for D-Block. Because he about to come and say something that don't make no sense. All right, Coach.
All right, sorry to Coach Eddie, man. Yeah, you D-Block. Hey, y'all talking the man up. Now y'all don't want D-Block to call the show, but then y'all talking D-Block up. Now when D-Block called 4 and 5 times, I don't want nobody complaining. Shout out to Passion for Beauty. What's going on, sis? Knockdown 305, Dade County, stand up. this is the thing, right? I think it's very, very encouraging for me that you know, and this is the crazy part about it, right? You got a lot of these. Hold on. Shout out to Simeon. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Simeon say, what he say? He say, fag non dying for your attention daily. Ignore him. I mean, listen. These hoe ass niggas, fag non, the she-goes, the doodle browns, the janitor farties, like these hoe ass niggas, these niggas promoting me. They helping me. I desecrate these niggas anytime I want to. Everything I'm doing is working. These niggas is promoting me. They are part of my marketing team. I appreciate it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Scott from Harlem, Coach. What's good?
Scott from Harlem. Talk to me, fam.
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to tell you, thank you for the information on the Boxing Gen site. Definitely is matching with yours so far as like knowledge and expertise. And the other part I wanted to say too was that all the greats have borrowed from each other. You know what I mean? Like that's how you learn. I don't understand how people can't see that. Ali got a lot of his stuff from Sugar Ray Robinson, Archie Moore. You know, like you said, Kobe and Mike. I mean, that's the way it works. I'm a personal trainer going on 20 years. I've worked with Missy Elliott, Ice-T, and my mentor, who's retired down in Florida now. I forget where he's at in Florida. But when I first started to train, because he was a bodybuilder, mine was more functional training and conditioning. I was trying to train like him. He was like, look, what you do is you take pieces from everybody you see in this gym, even members. You take a piece of that, you make it you. You're a new fool if you don't try to adapt to what you see. You're crazy if you don't take something and you take something from a loss as well.
Yeah, you do. You learn because you gotta take bits and pieces. You know, because in order to learn life, you had to live life. So the more you live, the more you learn, and you take bits and pieces. Hell, Bruce Lee, perfect example. You know, he learned. He put together this mixed martial arts style, and he learned karate from this guy. You know, jiu-jitsu from this guy. Wrestling from that guy. Boxing from this guy. Like he learned how to learn from some of everything everywhere and tied it all together and made his own style with it. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember just watching Canelo a couple fights after the loss to Floyd, and you saw the maturation. You saw where he learned how to slip a little bit more, not take everything that was given to him. You know, he learned how to move the feet. His footwork became definitely levels over.
Yeah. He got a lot better. He definitely got a lot better over the years. And as I said before, Canelo is a total different fighter than he was when he fought Floyd. And I just think that's a good thing. You know, to me, that goes to show me how great of a fighter he is to be able to learn those things, make the adjustments, and kind of transform his game. And as he gotten older, he's more of a strong, powerful fighter. But shout out to Scott, man. Harlem, stand up. Go ahead.
All right, bro.
Okay.
It was also, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was also too, like, you know, just speaking on, you know, I know you got to go because you got callers waiting, but also speaking to how someone doesn't adapt. Look how Spence couldn't fight backing up, never learned to. Look how he never learned how to flip and move on just a basic jab. There's certain things he should have taken from the past, and even his corner should have known he didn't know how to do. That's not to pick on any Spence fans, not the real Spence fans. I'm not talking about the ones who are still crying, making up. As you said, I had a guy laughing at the gym today. How you called him? They said he had a clone in the ring. I'm like, now we done jumped the shark. We done jumped the shark. People going crazy with that.
Man, these niggas, and this is the crazy part about these some old niggas that saying this shit. These some old hateful ass niggas. You know, they broke, they ain't got no money. You know how it is, man. But shout out to Scott, man, from Harlem, man. Harlem World, stand up. Yeah, these niggas, man. I mean, y'all, you got to understand though, right? Like, again, the greats, they pretty much know how to make the adjustments. They know how to make the adjustments, know how to adapt, and that's what you got to do. That's what great fighters do. Floyd Mayweather learned from a lot of different people. You know, like of course he learned the Philly shell, which they call the shoulder roll, stuff like that. I mean, he perfected what he learned from his dad. But Pretty Boy Floyd pretty much fought a little differently than Money Mayweather. So if you go back and look at Pretty Boy Floyd was more offensive minded. on the attack, just very fast. Floyd was always blessed with physical gifts that a lot of guys wasn't born with. He was naturally quick, naturally fast. His timing was impeccable. His instincts is crazy. And he was so fast, great footwork, and his timing that he'll make a good fighter look like an average fighter. You get what I'm saying? So like a lot of the great fighters, sometimes you get some fighters that just so great they make these other good fighters look like ordinary fighters. But then as he became Money Mayweather, he became more defensively minded, shoulder roll, right? So pretty much like of that sort. And he depended more on just catching, shooting, parrying, shooting, slipping, countering. You get what I'm saying? Being very defensively sound. He prided himself in hitting and not getting hit. You get what I'm saying? That's the sweet science. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how it is. If I was to, because I think when Floyd was coming up, he was trained a lot by his uncle Roger, because when his dad was in prison. So Floyd pretty much, I think he kind of took on the identity of the black Mongols. You know what I mean? The black Mongols are Roger Mayweather. I remember when Roger used to come to the ring, with the Mexican, with sombrero on, the Mexican outfit, stuff like that. Roger Mayweather used to do that. Like if he fighting the Mexican fighter, he gonna come out there in Mexican garment. You know what I mean? That's what he did. You know what I mean? So when I saw Floyd do it, it just reminded me of Roger Mayweather. I said, yeah, this Floyd got this from his uncle. Y'all go back and look at that, man. The Black Mamba, man. The Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather, he was a mother. I was, as a matter of fact, I was looking at some fights. Shit, Roger Mayweather. What fight I was looking at? I think I was looking at the fight with him. Was that him and Pernell? What fight I was looking at the other day? Him and Pernell Whitaker? I think him and Pernell. Or was that him and Chavez? It could have been. I think it was. Which one I was looking at? You know what? I knew I was watching the fight with him and Chavez. Him and Chavez, he was hitting Chavez with everything in the kitchen sink. The thing I liked about Chavez had a chin. He could take a punch. And Chavez was very, very good at slipping and countering. Excellent body puncher. He was very, very good at being able to slip and counter. Left hook to the body. Chavez was an overall, all-around pretty good fighter. He fought more Mexican style, pressure fighter, kept his balance. He was always balanced in every shot that he throws. Motherfucker hit hard. He chop you down like a tree over a period of time. He can take a punch. He was really good at parrying shots as well. I ain't gonna lie. Julio Cesar Chavez was pretty good. And I used to hate Chavez. But when I got old, I'm like, man, that motherfucker was good. Like, he was pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he was pretty good. And what it said, Rigo, he say Chavez and Taylor classic. Yeah, that was a great fight too. So, and see, this is the thing, though. Check this out, Rigo. The reason why I don't like to compare errors, because, again, I go by the criteria. There were always different criteria, right? These fighters today don't go through the same criteria that the fighters of old went through. So I don't know, I don't like to compare the eras because it's just a different time, different style, just a different time. The sports science that these fighters have today, it seemed like to me today, the fighters today, they have all this sports medicine, technology. They have these chambers that they go in to rehydrate their body and rejuvenate their body and stuff. But it seems like these fighters today be injured a lot more than those guys of the back in the day. Those guys in back in the day, some of them was injured. They fought through injuries or whatever. Or they didn't get injured as much. These guys today get injured a lot. They get injured a lot. You get what I'm saying? And they have all of the stuff. Today. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jasper. Hey, okay. We're dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
My guy, Zuma Nelson. He said Zuma Nelson, man. He said Zuma Nelson was much the same. Zuma Nelson was a bad boy. One of my favorite fights was a Zuma Nelson. One of my favorite fights was a Zuma Nelson when he fought Salvador Sanchez. I think that was Salvador Sanchez's last fight, if I'm not mistaken. I think the last fight that Salvador Sanchez had before he died was Azuma Nelson. And Azuma Nelson got dropped twice in that fight. He got stopped in the 15th, I think the 14th or 15th round. And I think Azuma Nelson, he only had like maybe, I want to say he had like 15, 16 fights, Jasper. He only had like 15, 16 fights, something of that sort. And, you know, for you to have that, you know, he took Salvador Sanchez, you know, I mean, Salvador Sanchez beat him, but what I'm saying is, and he stopped him, I think he stopped him in the last round, either the 14th or the 15th round, but that was a hell of a fight. I got to go back, I haven't seen it in years, and it's like, man, you know, Salvador Sanchez, Zuma Nelson, the professor, that was a hell of a fight, bro. That was a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. And I think even though Zuma Nelson lost that fight, that was his coming out party. In a losing effort, that fight put him on the map. That fight right there, even though he lost, but he lost to the great Salvador, but that fight put him on the map. You get what I'm saying? Go back and watch that. Go back and watch that. And then right after that, Zuma Nelson just started his popularity and fame. He just kept winning. He kept winning, and you know, known as the professor. They called him the professor for a reason, man. He was a bad boy, Zuma Nelson. I think he back over there. I think he back over there in Ghana.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
And this the crazy part about it too. Again, they fought 15 rounds. They used to fight 15 rounds. They used to fight in remember they used to fight outside in the burning hot afternoon. Remember those fights back in the day? They used to have the fights at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon or something of that sort. 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Y'all remember those fights outside, them outside fights back in the day, Tuesday night fights. I'm just saying, man, Wide World of Sports, ABC, you know, that's why the criteria is different, dog. You know, that's why I never try to compare these guys today. You know, the criteria is just totally different. I don't know if these fighters could have fought under those conditions. Like, I would have had to see them fight under those type of conditions in order for me to really give a good barometer for me to judge them by. So that's why I try to keep everything in this proper perspective in their eras. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Knockdown 305, Damian Wilson. What did he say? Say Tuesday night fight. Yes, sir. Tuesday night fight with the shit. It was. Tuesday night fight with the shit. Absolutely. JC, Howard Cosell. But Howard Cosell, we ain't had nobody like Howard Cosell since he passed away, bro. And this is why I like the boxing historians. The blood boxing, the scrapbook boxing, the beats, beats. Shout out to Beats, man. Shout out to scrapbook boxing. Shout out to blood boxing. Like, those guys are boxing historians. Like, they really study this stuff. And they do a lot of research and stuff like that. And this is what I tell you guys. The criteria is different. Just today's fighters, the criteria is different. And a lot of these fighters today, they hardly fight. And as I said before, shout out to Swat Jones. The only way we're going to know who is who, the top guys got to fight each other. That's what I did love about the interview that Booger Ray Leonard gave. He said the only way we're going to know who is who, the top guys got to fight each other. So when the top guys fight each other, that's how you separate the wheat from the tare. I can easily say, okay, I got my fighter over here in bubble wrap. I got this nigga in the witness protection program. He in bubble wrap, witness protection program, and he fighting the whole head cheese sandwiches. Now, he looked good. Great footwork, phenomenal, knocking him out. And then this guy over here doing the same thing, and that guy over there may be doing the same thing or maybe doing it a little differently. And then this guy fan base say he the best. That guy fan base say he the best. This guy fan base say he the best. And then I said, well, how come these guys ain't fighting each other? Then the fans go to talking about A-side. My fighter got a Lambo. My fighter got big booty Judy. My fighter auntie pregnant. My fighter cousin know how to do the cabbage patch. They go to building barriers for why we shouldn't get the fights with the top guys instead of building bridges. True. What did you say to Jessica? You say everybody trying to protect their own. That's exactly what's going on. You get what I'm saying? All right, I think my stuff popping again. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a new computer, guys. I gotta get another computer. I'll probably get one this weekend, more than likely. But you get what I'm saying though? Like it's kind of, let me see, make sure my shit ain't popping. I think it's popping though. But you get what I'm saying though? Like, nah, it ain't popping. I thought it was popping. It ain't popping. But yeah, but see that's the whole thing. Like you're gonna have to fight the top guys. You gotta fight the top guys, bro. Like if you don't fight the top guys, we don't know. I don't give a fuck what your fan base say, his fan base say, that fan base say. Dude, if these niggas ain't fighting each other, then what you saying? Like in today's time, you got these fan bases today. They'll project on you what they want. They'll project on another fighter. I want you to fight this dude. Now then, if you want to get my respect, you gotta fight King Kong, you gotta fight Godzilla, you gotta fight Mothra. Then you gotta fight the Powerpuff Girls, Mojo Jojo. You gotta fight Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, the Dinobots, the Constructicons. Then once you fight all of them, then we'll know what you got. I'll say, okay, so that's what you want from this guy that you don't like. Yeah. Okay, what does this fighter that you got in the witness protection program? Who he got to fight? Oh, what you mean who he got to fight? He fought Poach Out Willie yesterday. You saw what he did to Poach Out Willie? Yeah, but how come he doesn't have to go through that same criteria that you want the other guy that you don't like to go through? Oh, well, he don't need to go through that. We automatically know what he'll do to those guys. No, there's no such thing as... See, these guys want to give their favorite fighters hypothetical victories. Hypotheticals. You ain't got to fight them. Now, we automatically know what my fighter do to them, but your fighter got to fight all of them. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, these niggas, these social media boxing fans, these niggas is a motherfucker today. Like, for real, though. These niggas is a motherfucker today. These niggas have double standards, triple standards, quadruple standards. You get what I'm saying? So, man, ain't nobody worried about that shit. True. These niggas condone ducking when it's their favorite fighter. And then, again, the guys who doing the most, and this is what I say, and I always say this. I say, okay, if you don't like Canelo Alvarez, fine. You ain't gotta like Canelo Alvarez. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a part of the Canelo defense team. But I say this, though. We got to get the lights up. We need 85 more lights. I say this. I'm going to take Booger Ray Leonard's words and throw it right back out there. That's one thing I love about these interviews, right? Booger Ray Leonard said that we always hear about this guy's the best, that guy's the best, this guy's the best, but the only way we're going to know, the guy that's the best, he's going to have to fight the other top guys. And once the other top guys fight each other, then we'll know who the best guy is. That's what Booger Ray said on Fight Hype. Isn't that what I be saying all the time? When I said, nigga, look at me like I got 9 heads. Booger Ray said, PBC guy, pro PBC guy, he said, guess what? Niggas look at like they ain't here. True. Well, listen, you get what I'm saying? It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. I'm like, I don't know if he been listening to me, but that's all I be saying over here. And then nigga get mad at me, because I don't see they fighter the way they want me to see him. No, I got okay. Listen, my nigga, if you telling me this nigga Megatron, he better be fighting Optimus Prime. If you telling me this nigga He-Man, he better be fighting Skeletor. If you telling me this nigga is Lion-O, he better be fighting Mum-Ra. Don't tell me he Lion-O, but he fighting Snarf. Don't tell me he He-Man, but he fighting Inspector Gadget. Don't tell me he Megatron, but he fighting Mojo Jojo. Don't tell me he Vegeta, but he fighting Krillin. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and see, this is what a lot of these social media boxing fans don't like about me, because I don't give them no room to wiggle and poop. Nah, we ain't doing that, my nigga. Let's have a criteria. What is your boxing criteria? Matter of fact, what is your boxing criteria? Do you have a boxing criteria? My boxing criteria is the level of competition you fought. I got it written down right here. How many top 10 fighters you fought? Did you dominate the division that you're in? How many career-defining fights that you had? And did you fight the best in the division? That's what I'm asking. That's my criteria. Boxing criteria, right? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, coach? It's Mike from West Texas again.
Mike from West Texas. Talk to me.
I mean, you make a lot of sense today, and I was thinking about that Salvador thing. You said I know I probably can't change the way you think about, how you think about that, but I want to ask you a question. Do you think Canelo still got a chance to prove that he can pass Salvador?
I mean, for me, again, it's opinionated. Like, if a person feel that Canelo is number one, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with however anyone feels about Canelo, because it's all opinionated anyways. I'm just saying, for me, Salvador is the number one, is the best Mexican fighter in my opinion. You know what I mean? So that's
a good, but you made a good point though, Coach. That's a good point. You could easily argue that. And I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is, the way you see that things are playing out right now, do you think that Canelo has a chance to surpass him at least?
No, I think Canelo probably has surpassed him in so many different ways, but Canelo was in a different era. So the way I do it is, depending on the era that you fought in, I keep it in that, and I try to keep everything in that capsule, that era. Salvador Sanchez was a smaller fighter, of course, but to me, he was just he was my guy, my favorite Mexican fighter. Canelo is a great fighter. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's one of the greats. Don't get me wrong, he is one of the greats. But I'm not going to put him a pass on Salvador, in my opinion. I'm just not. That's just me.
I'm a Mexican, and when I hear people talking about Canelo stealing moves from black, I ain't got nothing against it. I kind of like it because sometimes you got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just about you learning other people's moves. You got to have the whole package. It's like me. I could be a ghostwriter, but I might not have the deliverance. I might not have the appearance. And some people are just blessed with it all the way around. You know what I mean? And I don't got nothing against him learning from black fighters, because a lot of my favorite fighters are black. And Crawford's up there, definitely up there. And so you mean if Crawford doesn't find the Thurmans, the Danny Garcias, does that tarnish his legacy?
No, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, man, he's solidified already. He can retire right now. Man, once he beat Errol Spence, that's it. I think he's looking for a couple of more fights. Fight Errol Spence in a rematch. Want to try to land a Canelo fight, because that's a big money fight, of course. That's the killer whale. Everybody want to fight Canelo. Then I think he's probably going to ride off into the sunset. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. He was already at the Hall of Fame, I think a couple of years ago, when Floyd Mayweather and James Lights Out Tony and Roy Jones and Antonio Tarver and them got inducted. He was invited. They took a cast of his hand. 3-division world champion, 3-time linear champ, Ring Magazine, 2014 Fight of the Year, #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. I mean, his legacy is cemented, and the cement is dry.
Definitely.
Just like Canelo.
Definitely.
Canelo legacy is cemented, and the cement is dry. No matter what anyone says about Canelo, it's cemented. When they look in the history books, they're going to look at his accomplishments, all of the top guys he's fought. Might be some questionable wins, but a lot of fighters have questionable wins. Hell, even Salvador Sanchez, I think he had a questionable win one or two times. So most fighters have questionable wins, some of them. But the legacy. Canelo, he literally doesn't have to fight anymore. He made the most money. He's that guy. It's just the reality of the situation. So.
And that's my point, Coach, because I done heard him on the Breakfast Club talking about he got a lot of years in him. Even if he loses, I can see him coming and then giving him a shot at the title just because of his record in the past, and him probably upsetting somebody, even with a losing record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can really see him pulling something off like that. But the point, that interview with Leonard, I like it a lot, because I told you about a week ago that I really feel like this fight coming up, they're going to go in there thumping. It's going to be a good fight. I really do believe that. Appreciate you listening, Coach.
Shout out to Mike, West Texas, stand up. Yay, throwing up the W. You get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Like, a lot of these guys are great. Canelo's a great fighter. Jermell Charlo's a great fighter. Crawford's a great fighter. Errol Spence. Tank Davis, Shakur. There's a lot of these guys. Some are great, some are good, some are great fighters, some are good fighters, but some are a little bit more blessed than others. You get what I'm saying? But The only way we gonna know who's who, the top guys got to fight each other. And the only problem I have is you can't criticize one guy when the guy that you're criticizing is doing way more than the other guy that you're praising. Carla, hold on. You can't praise a guy for doing less because he's popular with social media boxing fans, but then tear down the guy who's doing more legacy defining stuff because he's not as popular. That doesn't make sense to me. And I'm just saying, for me, it don't make no goddamn sense at all. And this era is about popularity more so than accomplishments in the ring. Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland, talk to me, fam.
Yeah, Coach. What's up with Burger Ray being critical of boxing when the way he was running Tank's career is part of the problem?
Yeah.
You know, he's doing a better job at hating on Canelo than he ever did at promoting Tank. You know, that shit cracks me up.
I think you know, Booger Ray. See, the thing is with Booger Ray, I think the Booger Ray thing is, you know, with Tank, you know, like he even said on Twitter, you know, Tank can go to the bank and pull out $10 million. You know, so with Booger Ray, they don't care nothing about legacy, none of that. They like, well, we made him the most money. And I'm like, okay, well, money's money. People have a lot of money and stuff like that. And if that's the path that Tank wants to go down, so be it. But my thing is, and I tell Tank fans this and all the fans this, listen, man, if the guy ain't fighting the top guys in the division, I mean, you can't tell me he's the best in that division. Because in any comeback sport, in any sport, I don't know if you watch the NFL or the NBA. The only way we knew that Golden State Warriors, I think the Golden State won the championship last year, right? I think they won the championship last year. The only way that was Milwaukee. That was the Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets. My bad. The Denver Nuggets won the championship last year. The only way we knew that the Denver Nuggets was the best in the NBA, they had to play everybody in the Western Conference. And then once they made it to the playoffs, they had to play the top seeds in order to get to the NBA Finals. And then once they got to the NBA Finals, they had to knock off, I forgot who they played, but I think they played the Miami Heat. They had to knock off the Miami Heat in order to, the best who came out of the East, in order to show everybody we the best team in the NBA. Now I know what you're saying. That's a team sport. Okay, let's take it to comeback sport. In MMA, the only way we gonna know fighter A is better than fighter B, them two guys got to fight each other.
Yeah.
In racing, that's an individual sport. The Olympics, in sprinting, the only way we knew Usain Bolt was the fastest guy in the world from 2008 to 2016 or 2012, somewhere of that sort, they had to race him. He beat everybody in the 100. So in boxing today, Martin, these guys, they don't want their fighters fighting anything that's a threat. So they protect them online, form hate groups online, shit and defecate on the other fighters. Like the Genital Farties and this whole ass nigga Fagnon and all that stuff there. Yeah, I got something for both of you niggas coming. I promise I do. But you get what I'm saying. So these guys, like, the criteria is just totally different. And I'm like, hold on, man. So you have a different criteria for this guy than you do that guy. And then what happened? These niggas start hating on greatness. Niggas who great, they hate on them, and then they boost up the hype jobs. Anyway, but I'll let you finish. Go ahead, Martin. Sorry about that.
No, I'm just saying because it seems like everything that Burger Ray criticizes, like 1 minute Floyd's talking about there's too many belts in boxing, but yet they over there promoting Tank as the WBA Reggie Belt champion. Can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? But it seems like only what they got going on, that's the only shit that matters. You know what I mean? It's cool when I'm doing it, but it ain't cool when the next man does it.
Exactly. And that's why I love that song by Finesse 2 Times. Back in, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. And that's what it is. These guys have double standards, hypocrisies. And I say it time and time again, Martin, if they did not have a double standard, they wouldn't have a standard at all. These niggas ain't boxing fans. And I think that's what you got to realize. And that's what I'm trying to get people to realize, Martin. These niggas are not boxing fans. These niggas today is all, some other shit. These niggas is clowns. They hoes. They bitches. They dick in the booty ass niggas. They fuck boys. They don't know. They don't know a check hook from a checkbook. They don't know a check left hook from a checkbook. Like these niggas don't know about boxing. They race hustlers. They get involved in skin color politics. They involved in any and everything that ain't got nothing to do with boxing.
For sure.
So it is what it is. Shout out to Martin, man. Old Town, stand up, salute. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. These niggas don't know nothing about boxing. Nothing. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's going on in boxing today online. You don't really have boxing fans. You have everything other than a boxing fan. They disguise themselves as boxing, but then when you ask them niggas like, okay, when you started talking to these dudes about the criteria and stuff like that, what they do when you talk to them about the criteria, they go to niggas planning. Shout out to Eric Grime in the building.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent, circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Carla, what's your name? Where you coming from?
Shit. Hey, this is why I doing some forward, coach.
Hey, Swat, talk to me, fam.
Man, fam, that clip funny as hell, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Yo, man, that clip funny as hell. I'm hearing Roll One on Tenderoni Friday. Shouts out to the chat. You know, hey, man, coach, love the topic, man. Yo, straight up, for real. For real. Reason why it's funny, because Ellerbe funny as hell, man. You know, and the reason why, from a business standpoint, anybody who do business, this is funny. I think Ellerbe, like, fuck y'all niggas. I think Ellerbe kind of got humbled, learned his place, and he ain't going to attach his name to no fighter. He kind of want to make money behind the scenes and shit. Because when I seen him talk about Nello, it was all personal shit to the side. He was saying what sound good. And he was just saying things just to, to promote the fight, doing his damn job, basically. I think he got his feet up on him, what the hell he is now. And then with Tank, I think he know Tank ain't gonna fight nobody. That's why he don't really talk about it. I think he know that Tank a cash guy. He know Tank can fight, like you say, a pin, and people gonna buy it. So he already know what it is. Fans the one kind of slow behind catching up to what it is, because it's hard to defend Tank, and hell, if you gonna make the money, fuck it, why not? I'm just saying, I love boxing, but shit, okay. So Ellerbe with Nello, I think it's a win-win, and what made me really think about it, Coach, why is Mel acting professional? I think that they know that it's a win-win, if Canelo win or Mel. But I think Mel got question marks because he always acting a damn fool everywhere, and you know how people are with them suits and when it comes to that money. Show us, we can market you. You see what I'm saying? I think Mel kind of figuring out what worked. You know, for instance, like he said, if you want me to show it to you, I'll show it, or whatever. I heard that somewhere, but that makes sense because if you're trying to go in this professional manner, you tapping in on another skill set, right? It's like you can box, but now you got to do business. So now people got to see that I can act right. And the thing is, when it comes to Canelo, even though he's a fighter in the business world, he's a brand, big time.
He's a brand.
So
he's definitely a brand.
Right. So it all, yes, sir. Come on, Coach. And you got the marketing brand down, so I know you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes it interesting. I think that it's a win-win for the company, period. I think so. Because it's going to be big money.
It's a win-win. It is a win-win because Canelo is a PBC fighter. Jermell Charlo is a PBC fighter. So when you control both roosters in the chicken coop, it don't matter which rooster win. You're gonna win anyways. As a matter of fact, if you're a betting man, you want Jermell Charlo to win the first fight because guess what? We get to go back and run it back in the second fight.
Come on.
Rematch.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
And so,
come on. No, that's dope, Coach. Because I was gonna piggyback on what you just said. Because I get it. I see it. You're right. So it's like, okay, I'm looking at Mel. That's the next thing I'm thinking about. Okay, let me check out Mel All Access. Let me see. and you seen a locked in male, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I was looking for him to be kind of nonchalant, maybe do some dumb shit, immature, not understand the height of what's about to happen to him. And the boy and the man, I'm sorry, locked in, because he got those tangibles. Any fighter, no matter who you are, loves that shit he got in him. That you know, it's just like a dog that don't even understand danger and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now he got to show the skill set, but he's locked in. So I'm just saying, when Nello, like, if you a boxer and how he flipped the boxing game and became a professional, you gotta admire that. So it's intriguing, man. I ain't gonna lie. The more it build up and you bring it up to conversations, man, it's just dope shit to think about. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what make it a beautiful matchup, in my opinion. You know, like I'm starting to get the build up of the magnitude of what they can make history as fighters. For real.
Sure. All right, but hey, Swab, salute, fam. Thank you for calling, man. Fort Worth, stand up.
Man, salute, fam.
Yes, sir. I mean, for Canelo, this is another walk in the park. Like, okay, these guys say I'm scared of slick black fighters. Okay, I'm gonna beat this guy. If you Canelo, and then what kind of motivation does Canelo have? Shout out to Swat Jones. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
These are the cash apps, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Caller, hold on. Do not hang up. I got to read the cash apps. Shout out to Swat Jones. He say, for what you do, fam, I appreciate that, Swat. Shout out to Swat Jones, man, for the quarter, dropping that quarter of a dub. And let's see, we got another cash app right here. Shout out to Miguel. Hey, okay. For dropping that $7 cash app on your boy, man. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Miguel. Salute to you, brother. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's the inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore. Hey!
D-Block, man. Talk to me, man.
We talking about Tank Davis. We talking about Big Head. We talking about Bobblehead. Are we talking about Bobblehead, Coach? Are we talking about Mr. Tank Davis? Ellerbe's once and own, Mr. Shiny Head. I mean, are we talking about Santa Claus Ellerbe or what? I mean, come on, Coach.
I mean,
homie ain't fought nobody, man.
Really, he didn't. In that interview, he didn't really say nothing about Tank.
It's a travesty.
Yeah,
he didn't really,
because they was asking a lot of Canelo questions. He didn't really say nothing about Tank, but I will say this, D-Block. The thing that got me was Booger Ray said something that I totally agreed with, and I was like, dude, listen.
Okay.
The only way. He said that, I hear a lot of these, this guy's the best, this guy's the best, that guy's the best. This is exactly what he said. But the only way we're really going to know, the top guy got to get in there with another top guy, and that's how we know. And I totally agree with that. That's all I preach over here.
I agree with that too.
That's all I preach over here. Because that's the only way we can clear our doubt. Like D-Block, I'm gonna let you talk but just give me just about 10 seconds. We just had we had niggas arguing and debating for 5 years about Crawford Spence. When Spence will see Crawford, he can do A, B, C, and D. Crawford too small, too light in the ass. He can't take no punch. He chinny. Big fist hit hard. Big fist gonna walk him down, break it down to the body, do A, B, C, and D. And then you had Crawford fans like myself. I say, look here, man, Crawford gonna stop this dude in the 10th round. Y'all gonna be surprised how easy it is. This dude Spence is a flat-footed kung fu fighter. You know what I mean? Not as defensively sound as you think he is. He reaches with the backhand. I said all of that there. People thought I was crazy. I had people throwing money at me left and right. They say, we saw what we saw. And then now there is no more arguing or debating because one guy proved that he was the superior fighter. Now, of course, you got the I Hate Crawford channels that still line putting out propaganda stuff like that, and they got to continue to do that because that's how they make their money. I get it, but the reality of the situation is this: everybody saw what it is. It cleared all doubt. That's the only way we are going to know who is the best out of the top guys. That's in the same division. If they're not fighting each other, I can't say this guy fighter A is better than fighter B. When if you acknowledge this is the top guy, and I acknowledge that that's the top guy, and two more guys are top guys. If they're not fighting each other, how do you come to that conclusion? Go ahead, D-Block.
I hear you, Coach. Yeah. I hear you. Here come hate time. Hate time. You know how they used to say hawk time, Coach? Remember that box? Hawk time? Hate time. The real hate. the hate was fun.
Yeah.
All y'all want to be haters, hating on D-Block because he got an iPhone 15 first, because his baby mama hooked him up. I told y'all, man. I told y'all. She got the hookup. Then I had to go back. That's just the way it is. The reality of things, you just got to do what you got to do. It don't matter. So let's get to what we got to get to. Juan Manuel Marquez, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, Oscar de la Hoya.
Yeah.
I mean, we talking about Manny Pacquiao. What do all those boxers, which for me are great boxers,
Yeah.
what do all those guys have in common, Coach?
They fought all the top guys.
Boom. There you go. Boom. There you go. Yeah. They all fought everybody that they could get their hands on.
And
okay, they weren't scared of nobody.
And they rich.
Go ahead, Coach.
And they rich. They made a lot of money. So it's not like they fought top guys and they broke. All of these guys are rich. Now there are some fighters that are broke. There's some fighters today that's boxing that are broke today. That's with PBC, with Top Rank, whatever. But those guys are rich and they fought legacy-defining fights. But go ahead.
Ricky Hatton. I mean, Joe Calzaghe, Roy Jones Jr., James Toney. Man, James Toney ain't rich like he should, but, it's his fault anyway. So, I mean, he got money, but he ain't got money like Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson. So we talking about, see the names that I'm picking out, people that don't know about boxing and they just stuck on one fighter. Yes, I love Shakur Stevenson. Yes, I love Devin Haney. Yes, I love Lomachenko. But guess what? They all got in common. They want to fight the top competition. They want to. It doesn't matter if he had to fight Kambosos for those titles. Haney did for the undisputed. It doesn't matter. He wanted to be great, and that's what I'm talking about. And you idiots in Baltimore, and I don't care if I get blasphemy from that, because I live with hate. So you come at me, I'm gonna come with facts. You Tank Davis lovers, nut huggers. You could talk all this shit about me loving Canelo, but at least guess what? Canelo's right there with every other name that I named. Tank Davis is a false prophet. I told y'all, homie is never going to fight a legit fight, okay? Y'all need to put that in your head. Wake up. Y'all need to wake the fuck up, Baltimore. And that's fact. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
Hey, what do you guys, do you guys agree? Do you guys agree with what Booger Ray Leonard said? Do you agree that, hey, man, the only way we're going to, and I say this all the time on my show, but I don't want people thinking, okay, oh, man, he always saying that. We don't want to hear that. But again, bro, it's just a different era with these niggas today online. The social media boxing fans are the worst. Like, these some of the dumbest, slowest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. I'm saying the social media boxing fans. There's a difference. So these guys are very, very fickle. They move the goalposts. Fair weather fans, fight or get a loss, they throw them away or whatever, and then they move on to the next guy. Like I think the social media boxing fans are more like they're more like a hoe. What do I mean by a hoe? They're more like a hoe, like, okay, we're going to ride this fighter, and then as soon as things don't go well with him, we're going to jump off of him and ride another fighter. And then after we get through riding with that fighter, things don't work out with him, we're going to jump off of him and ride with another fighter. You get what I'm saying? Like, these dudes go from, they go from one guy to the next guy to the next guy to the next guy. And then they'll circle back. Now, they are consistent with who they hate now. I give these niggas that. These niggas are consistent with who they hate. And a lot of them, they watch me right now. So, it is what it is. I really appreciate you niggas. I admire my haters' dedication. Like, you niggas is promoting the hell out of me, and I appreciate you. I couldn't have did it without you. We average, 1,000 subscribers a month. Probably be at 30,000 within the next month and a half or whatever. So what I'm doing is working. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a hard act to follow. But as it relates to just these fighters, I say all that to say this. For me, and I say this time and time again, I'm consistent with this. If you hate, let's say you hate Canelo, I ain't got no motherfucking problem with that. If you say you hate him because he don't fight the fights that you want him to fight. I've did this before on this show. I pulled up his resume and I said, but can you give me an example of fighters who Canelo might have ducked that you feel, avoided? Can you give me some names? Y'all remember this show? They dropped the names, right? I pulled up Canelo's resume. I think I pulled up Floyd Mayweather's resume. I pulled up Demetrius Andrade's resume. I pulled up Jermell Charlo resume. I put that it was just names that people put out there that they say ain't about to fight nobody, right? So I said, okay, let's look and see who this guy is fighting, who you say he's ducking. And then when I look at the resume, I said, okay, this dude became a 4-division world champion, came undisputed in this division. He's fought this guy that's a Hall of Famer, that guy that's a Hall of Famer, that guy that's a Hall of Famer. He fought this, and that. Okay, and you say he didn't do anything. Fine. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll run with that. But I always say this. The guy that you say he's ducking, he very well better be the example that you're saying that you want to see. If I look at the guy that you say that he's ducking, and this nigga been fighting for 25 years, and he fought Pork Chop Willie, Hog Head Cheese, Shouty Big Nuts, Hobo Sam, Chico Stick. He fought a 6-pack of Coronas, a case of Guinness Stout. He fought a Nick Sack of Reggie. He fought doggone Hippity and Cookie. And I'm like, this is the dude that you saying that's he ducking? So can you explain to me why this guy don't even have a 10th of the resume of the guy that you say that's doing the ducking? And when I bring that up, it shut him down every time.
True.
That's all I'm saying. Just give me an example. Like, convince me. I want to be in agreement with you. I want to jump on the I hate Canelo bandwagon. I want to jump on that bandwagon. But you got to show me some guys that's doing more than what he's doing. And like these guys, like I told you, you can't beat these niggas. These niggas argue both sides of the coin. They argue heads and they argue tails, right? Now, the thing that's what get me about Booger Ray Leonard, you were saying in that interview, look, man, we gotta have the only way. I'm always hearing about this guy's the best, that guy's the best, this guy's the best. But the only way we're gonna know who's the best, the top guys got to fight each other. That's how we come to the conclusion of who the best is. Booger Ray, I agree with that. Let's give him a round of applause. I agree with that. I say that over here every time. But it's a problem I have, Booger Ray. You don't practice what you preach. You don't practice that. It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to practice it. So now, what I gathered from that interview was this. And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Booger Ray Leonard seems to have a criteria for Canelo that he doesn't have for his own fighters. When it comes to certain fighters, certain fan bases have criterias for certain fighters that they don't have for the guy that they don't like. So the guy that you don't like, in order for him to impress you, he got to fight Optimus Prime, Megatron, Godzilla, Hog Head Cheese, Mothra. He got to fight doggone Bumblebee, Soundwave, Starscream, the Dinobots, the Constructicons. He got to fight doggone the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, Superman. He got to fight all these killers, the guy that you don't like. But the guy that you protect, the guy that you know, and the thing is, they like to always throw money up. Well, my fighter rich. It's a whole bunch of fighters that's rich. So what? My fighter can go to the bank and do this and that. That's fine. Whoop-de-doo. Let's give him a round of applause. What does that have to do with what does that have to do with who is he fighting, sir? Oh, he ain't got nothing to do with what he's fighting. We're making smart business moves over here. Okay, I respect that. So if that's what you're doing, how can you require like for the life of me? Yeah, you know, Canelo, those guys, Bivol, he's a good fighter, but he's not a great fighter. He's not BJ Sanders, and Jermell Charlo is not Callum Smith. He's not this and that. So I said, okay, you're diminishing who he fought. I don't have a problem with that. But if I look at Jermell Charlo's resume, who the fuck he fought? And Jermell Charlo was my guy. Brian Castagna, who's Brian Castagna? Don't nobody know who he is. What the dude named Rosario? The dude he dropped with a jab to the body, and he jabbed him in the stomach. Anybody know who the hell he was? Like, there's literally no hell of a names in the 154-pound division. Now, Jermell Charlo is an undisputed champion. That's fine. He's that. Not taking anything away from my guy. You guys know I rock with Jermell Charlo. But my thing is, okay, listen, if you're going to criticize one guy and say he ain't really fought no hell of a killers after Triple G the first fight, then surely Jermell Charlo fought some killers. Did you have any examples of killers that Jermell Charlo fought, Booker Ray? You don't. True. Man, shout out to my dog, Rick Timms. Rick, what's going on, dog? What's going on, homie? Shout out to Marquis. Salute, fam. Shout out to Gertz in the building. That's all I'm saying. You see, I try to keep it fair and balanced. I'm like, okay, I can look at the criticism of one fighter, but is that fighter that you're capping for, is he living up to, is he the example of what you're preaching that you want this fighter over here to do? And if he's not the example, what's the purpose of you capping for him? Do you get what I'm saying? That's my criteria. That's my criteria. Shout out to L. Harvey in the building, man. Knockdown 305. That's all I'm saying. I told you, these some old moving the goalposts at niggas. So I'm like, okay, cool. All right, Booker Ray, I get it. Now, I want to pivot a little bit. Because I got some slack. I got some slack for doing this yesterday, right? I got some slack. You guys know I've been on my Frank Martin the Duck Chronicles, DuckTales, right? All right, so, Coach, what you getting at, Coach? What you getting at, man? You keep talking about ducks and this and that, yada yada yada, and quacking and all that stuff there. What you getting at? What you getting? I'm finna tell you what I'm getting at right now. I'm fixing to tell you what I'm getting at right now. What you getting at, Coach? I'm finna tell you right now. Hold on. Let me see what's up. Want to make sure my VPN blocker ain't on. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. Oh, okay, it's not on. All right, cool. What you getting at, Coach? I'm finna show you right now. Edwin De Los Santos. Y'all remember him? Edwin De Los Santos, him and Shakur Stevenson is fighting each other on November the 16th in Las Vegas. They say, Coach, you sitting there hating? They say, Coach, you hating on the PBC fighter. Frank Martin, you saying he ducking and this and that and yada, 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 blah, blah, squaze. And I said, according to the report, sir, the guy, they was going to a purse bid. The purse bid got avoided. The purse bid got avoided because PBC and Top Rank reached out separately to the WBC and said, hey, we don't need the purse bid anymore. We have come to an agreement. Frank Martin agreed to the terms. This guy, his last fight, he made $75,000. He's one of those struggling fighters, right? And turned down his payday, highest payday, fight for a title, whatever, right? For me, stating the obvious that this dude Darkwing Duck, I got a little flack. I said, okay, cool. So guess what Coach do? Let me show you what Coach did. Coach goes to Instagram. I follow Edwin De Los Santos, and look what I found. This is a post from Edwin De Los Santos. Hold on, guys. Let me bring this back up. This is a post from Edwin De Los Santos. Edwin De Los Santos, he's right there in Red Hook, Brooklyn, New York. This is him. I thought I was following him. Okay, I'm following him now. Edwin De Los Santos, and he tagged Shakur Stevenson. He said, Shakur Stevenson, since these two cowards, Frank Martin, this is what it says right here, at Frank Martin and Aesop Pitbull Cruz, I call him the Chihuahua, refuse to fight the best, I guess it's up to us to get it popping. And he dropped this 21 hours ago. True. He dropped that 21 hours ago. Now, last time I checked, Edwin De Los Santos is a PBC fighter. My question is, since Coach was a hater for stating the obvious, now, and this is under Edwin De Los Santos, Instagram page. As a matter of fact, let me blow it up. I don't want nobody thinking that I'm making this up. This ain't, Edwin De Los Santos ain't do that. He ain't do that, Coach. You're lying. What did you see right here? What do you see right here, guys? Edwin La Granada. Granada. It's kind of hard for me to talk with the Invisalign in my mouth. Red Hook, Brooklyn, New York. Edwin Granada, right? At Shakur Stevenson, this is him right here. Since these two cowards, he called Frank Martin a coward. And he called the Chihuahua Cruz a coward. He said, since these two cowards refuse to fight the best, I guess it's up to us to get it popping. And then Shakur Stevenson said, facts, facts. True, true, true. That's what Shakur said. Facts. Now, this is a PBC fighter. Why is a PBC fighter calling two other PBC fighters cowards? And then they got ducks. They got two ducks in their hand. Shakur got a duck in his hand, and Evan got a duck in his hand, and Evan got a Isak Chihuahua Cruz head on the duck, and then he got a Frank Martin head on the other duck. Is Evan Della? So my question is Evan Dela Cruz hating on the PBC? Anybody? Anybody? Is Evan Dela Cruz hating on the PBC? Just ask. Anybody? Boy, see, boy, hey, listen. Listen. Check this out. See, this is what it is. This is what it is. Again, I call it the way I see it. Evan De Los Santos want that smoke with Shakur. He want that smoke. He gonna get it. The fact of the matter is, Evan De Los Santos is a PBC fighter. His advisor, quote unquote, boss is Al Haymon. Frank Martin is a PBC fighter. You just say, no, he went man down promotions. Okay, y'all say he went man down promotions, right? But check this out. I'm gonna give y'all a little caveat. Y'all check this out. When they spoke about the negotiations, they said that TGB Promotions, which is Tom Brown, they didn't say nothing about man down promotions. And they said PBC. They agreed to the terms. Everything Gucci. Fight date been set, November the 16th. Frank Martin had a change of heart and ducked. Evan De Los Santos, like, nah, I'm gonna go fight this dude. Had no problem with the terms. As a matter of fact, he acted on it and he training and getting ready right now. When you have an in-house fighter, PBC fighter, calling two other PBC fighters ducks, is he a hater? I'm asking a legitimate question. Is Evan De Los Santos a hater? Anybody in the chat, is he a hater? Is he a hater? And if he is a hater, what is his motivation for hating on two PBC fighters? Or did what he say was the truth? A lot of times, hate is in today's time, hate is misconstrued as the truth is misconstrued as hate. And then, normally it'd be the nigga that be hating. The nigga that be hating he wanna label another nigga a hater. But it is what it is. I get it, right? So, and a lot of these niggas deflect. You ask them direct questions, they don't answer the question, they move on and go to talk about something else and start deflecting that other shit. Like you may say, hey man, what you doing with this cup of water? Woo! Look at them dogs over there barking. Okay, I didn't say nothing about the dogs. What about the cup of water? Listen, what you doing with this ski mask on? What you doing with this ski mask on and a butter knife in your hand with some black gloves on in front of this house? Trying to open the door. What you doing? Ooh, look, it's raining. They always do that. Niggas never answer the question. True. Niggas never answer the question. Never. Shout out to Latino Perspective. You say he ain't no hater. No, Evan De Los Santos is not a hater. I wouldn't label him as a hater at all. I think he's speaking the truth. It is what it is. Those are just the facts. What you say, deflection. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Charles, deflection. That's what these South suckers do. They deflect. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Let's give everybody a round of applause. In my opinion, man, I say all that to say this. I think Jermell Charlo was coming to fight. I think this is going to be a hard fight for Canelo. I don't know which men who is more motivated. Jermell Charlo is a big guy. I still kind of right now leaning a little towards Canelo, and I'm consistent with this. I say because Jermell Charlo has been inactive for 16 months. The inactivity really worries me coming up in this fight. And you look at the fighters who have been inactive, when they fight these other top fighters, they have been getting destroyed. We saw Cool Boy Stealth fight a new way. I think he was out of the ring for like 14 months, 15 months, something of that sort, somewhere around there, maybe 14 months, maybe like a tad bit over a year. And he got ran through. We saw Errol Spence fight Terrence Crawford. And last time he fought was April 2022. And, he fought Crawford in July, which was 16 months later. July 29th, which was, I think he fought April 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 17 months later. That's 16 to 17 months later. And he got destroyed. These guys, like, you can come off a layoff fighting lesser competition. If you're going to fight Bumblebee, okay, Bumblebee can fight. If you're going to fight Hot Rod, if you're going to fight, Soundwave, maybe. But if you fighting Optimus Prime, if you fighting Megatron, you better be battle tested. You better have some battles where, you know what, man, I got to be ready for these guys. So I like the fact that Jermell Charlo is training very, very hard. I like that. I like the fact that he's training very hard. I like the fact that he's taking this fight seriously. And I like the fact that Booger Ray said that, how do you know that he's not being coy? How do you know that Jermell Charlo being nice and quiet isn't just a ploy? When Booger Ray said that made me say, you know what? There it is. He playing possum. Jermell Charlo is locked in. He's a big guy. I think he's bigger than Canelo. Even though he fought at 154 pounds, he's bigger than Canelo. Taller, has the arm reach, and guess what? He's very experienced. Jermell Charlo has been fighting for 16 years. Canelo's been fighting for 18 years. Only a 2-year difference. But Canelo has been a lot more active than Jermell Charlo, of course. Canelo got 63 fights. This is going to be his 64th fight at 33 years old. I want you to look at this. Canelo is fighting his 64th fight. I think, 64th fight at 33 years old. Now, that's a lot of fights and a lot of wear and tear. Could this be the fight that all of those fights that Canelo had over the years catches up with them? Could this be the fight that Jermell Charlo catches Canelo at the right time? I don't know. Could this be the fight that inspires Canelo to really dig deep? He has something he has to prove. You're going to have a lot of Canelo fans out here buying this fight. Jermell Charlo is nowhere near as popular as Canelo, but you're going to have a lot of Canelo fans out here buying this fight. And Booger Ray Leonard said it best. You have a black fighter fight versus a Mexican fighter. So you have the black and Mexican thing going on. And this is straight out of the, I guess, boxing playbook, but definitely out of the PBC playbook. This is why I think that we're going to see Tank Davis and Esau Cruz fight again. Black versus Mexican. It sells. According to their data and analytics, that's what sells, right? So, black versus Mexican coming up. You have the African-American stud versus the cash cow boxing Saul Canelo Alvarez over here in North America. Neither guy is really saying much to really hype it up. So I think they're just banking on, well, it's Canelo. It's a black fighter versus a Mexican fighter. It's going to sell. We really don't have to, they don't really have to talk it up much. They don't really have to sell it much. It's going to sell itself. Black versus Mexican, undisputed versus undisputed, that's like ready-made rice. We just going to put it in the microwave, set it for 1 minute. 1 minute go by, ding, take it out, it's done. So that's how probably Showtime, PBC, and Canelo promotional company. I don't know if this fight. You know what? They didn't say anything about Lions. I'm pretty sure Lions Only is on there on this promotional outfit as well. Lions Only. Lions Only. I'm pretty sure Lions Only is on that. Shout out to Swat. What did say family say? Count me in. I'm buying it. Yeah. I'm buying the fight. I'm buying the fight because I'm buying the fight because we doing a fight party for it. We're doing a fight party for it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm definitely buying the fight. And then I'm gonna support Jermell Charlo, and I'm gonna support Canelo. We definitely buying the fight, so it is what it is. I'm gonna support both fighters. It's something that I'm intrigued in. Again, I do want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. That's the fight I really want to see. But I don't mind this fight. I don't mind this fight, man. Because I think Jermell Charlo, he's motivated. He has 2 trainers. He's really going to have to put together a hell of a game plan, and I think he's going to use a lot of lateral movement. If he can stay away from Canelo's punching power, maybe in the first half of the fight, he's going to have to win these rounds. He's going to have to understand he can't get in a dog fight with Canelo. Like even though Jermell Charlo is probably a big fighter, maybe probably a bigger fighter, he's probably strong. But with Canelo is so good defensively. He slips, counters, parries, catches, shoots, bobs, weaves, roll. He roll with shots. He got a chin. He can take a punch. And he has pretty fast hands. Very good counter puncher. Body shot specialist. He go to the body. He doesn't do it like Spence. Like Canelo, everything's with timing, right? So it is what it is. Very good upper body lateral movement. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to feel the twistity. I'm starting to feel the twistity right now. I'm starting to feel, you know what? As this fight get closer, I'm starting to feel the twistity for this fight right now. I was telling you guys, I really didn't feel it too much. But right now I'm starting to feel the twistity right now. If you sit there watching the show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button, hate watching the show, Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
So this is what it is. This is what it is, right? So, I remember we did the poll the other day, guys. I said that which corner has the advantage? Canelo's corner with Eddie Reynoso, or Derrick James, or Jermell Charlo with Derrick James. But I think Jermell Charlo has 2 trainers. He has Derrick James, but he has another trainer as well. Now, Jermell Charlo can't fight this fight. He's going to have to fight better than he did when he fought Brian Castano. You got to do that. This is for all the marbles. This is for everything. And I think Jermell Charlo going to seize the moment. I don't know if he can win this fight, but he's fully capable. He has all the skills, all the tools to win. And I think that I will say this, what Booker Ray said, it really, 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 really kind of encouraged me. Okay, at least he ain't coming to lay down, he coming to fight. It's not going to be I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. But so far from what we've been seeing, these so-called mega fights that we've been getting this year, they've been kind of like walks in the park for in the men's boxing. Outside of Outside of the Devin Haney Shakur Stevenson fight, that fight was a good fight all the way from the first to the 12th round. But the Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor, that was pretty much one-sided. Teofimo did what he wanted to do with Josh Taylor. Crawford Spence, he beat Spence like goddamn like he was a slave. I like to use their terminology and throw it right back at him. Kuta Kinte, Top Rank Toby. Yeah, he beat him like he was the PBC Toby. I like to throw that right back at them guys, right back at them hoe ass niggas. A New Way the Monster, he beat doggone Cool Boy Stealth. Like I ain't like for me that was really the shocker for me. The New Way, the way he beat Cool Boy was really a shocker because Cool Boy is the definition of a slick black fighter. Has really good footwork, fight off the back foot, know how to slip, know how to swim without getting wet. And we saw what a New Way did to him. Did you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, but it wouldn't surprise me if the fight go that way. It wouldn't surprise me if this fight go that way and Canelo run through him. It'd be like, man, goddamn, it is what it wouldn't surprise me if that happened.
Now, do you retire or do you take one of the toughest fights of your career against a young black African American stud who's been working his ass off since he was 8 years old? Do my brother put it all on the line then? So if not, then come see me. I want some smoke. I want it all, baby.
Shout out to Boy Crawford. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a damn dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Jemell have a better chance than Jemell. Jemell gonna run and can't outbox Canelo, so just survive, Maul. He said, so just survive. Maul would have came to fight. Cash out for sure. Well, why Maul ain't fighting? You get what I'm saying? If Maul would have stood a better chance than Jemell, Maul had the opportunity to fight him, and he turned it down.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
You get what I'm saying? He had the opportunities, and this is the thing, right? Like, this fight is going to haunt him. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, man, because Stephen Espinosa did say that he's a part of the 3-fight, deal. I don't know, man. Like, we don't even know who. Again, I don't even know who a part of this 3-fight deal. I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't know shit. Fucking if Canelo get by Jermell Charlo, will Jemell be next? Spence Crawford fight in December. I know Crawford want to fight Canelo. I know that for a fact. He told me that. But I think he only got he said he only got 2 fights left. So you can't look past what's in front of you. So we'll see how this play out, man. I tell you what, 2024 is going to be very interesting because if Jermell Charlo were to win, his stock is going to go through the roof. He's going to be in the history books. He beat Saul Canelo Alvarez, coming off a 16-month layoff and a hand injury. Slick black fighter. Of course, he's not a slick black fighter. I know that. He's a black fighter. Booger Ray Leonard, let that be known. Hey, Mexican versus black, that really sells, and this is this, and Jermell Charlo is being, he's being very coy, how this ain't a ploy that he's putting on to you get what I'm saying? So he's what Booger Ray did, he's like trying to sow seeds of doubt. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's say you got Canelo overwhelmingly beating him, or let's say you like Jermell Charlo, but you're not sure if he's gonna win. But what Booger Ray did, he put them seeds out there, gave you something to think about, like things that make you go, You get what I'm saying? So, me personally, I just want to see a good fight. And there's nothing that I've seen in the past that would tell me that Jermell Charlo is not coming to fight. I think Jermell Charlo is coming to fight. There's nothing that I've seen in the past that's telling me that he's not coming to fight. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, when you coming on my platform, bruh?
Who is this?
Give me a time and day you coming on the platform, Coach Malachi.
Who is this?
Oh, you recognize my voice.
Nigga,
when you coming on the platform?
Nigga, who is this?
when are you coming on my platform? I got some questions I want to ask you, sir.
You can ask me some questions right now, fuck nigga. What you want to ask me?
Nah. That ain't how we gonna do this.
You don't
I
dictate.
want you to come on the platform.
No, you don't dictate shit over here, nigga. I'm not coming on your whole ass. I know who this is now. I'm not coming on your whole ass platform. I don't like you. I don't fuck
Why
with you.
not?
Fuck you, nigga. And I mean that.
No. Hold up. Don't get emotional. We men. Be a gentleman about it for once. Why won't you come on my platform, Coach Malachi?
Because I don't go on other niggas' platforms that I don't fuck with. Period. I don't
Well,
fuck
you
with
don't
you.
have to mess with me.
I don't
not
listen.
To, oh,
listen.
okay, I respect
listen,
you. Hold on.
Listen.
Oh,
Check this out. No, I'm
I
gonna let you talk.
respect your answer. Hold on, let me respond.
No.
Let me respond.
You're not gonna overtalk
Let
me on my
respond.
platform, sir.
I respect your answer.
Hear me out.
Hold on, let me respond.
Hear me out.
Let me listen. Hold on.
I'm finna mute
I'm
you
gonna
now.
respond to
I'm
what
finna
you
mute
said.
you now because you're not.
Hold on, bro.
You trying to overtalk me,
Bruh. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to overtalk you. I want to respond. You made a statement. And I want to respond to you. I'm not emotional like that. Let's be gentlemen here. You're telling me in front of a live audience that you won't come on my platform, but yet you, out of the clear blue sky, month after month, you call me by Janitor Marty, Janitor Marty. You say all of these different names about me, but you won't come on my platform. I did nothing wrong to you. So I'm inviting you to come on the platform and you telling me you don't want to come.
No,
you
I'm not
said
coming
that
on your
you're
platform.
using me.
I'm not coming on your platform. Let my nigga listen.
Well,
I don't listen. Hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out.
You said, but Coach Malachi.
Hold on. Hear me out. I'll let you talk because I'm finna
I wasn't done. You cut me off, Coach.
All right, well,
you cut me off, Coach. Hold on for a minute. You said, yo, Coach, hear me out. You said, your words, not mine, that you're using me to promote you. I think it's great promotion if you come on my platform. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I never said I was using you to promote me. I said that by you talking about me, you giving me free advertising and promotion. I talk about you because I can.
You've been,
hear me out. I'll let you talk. Hear me
bro,
out.
you've been talking about me for months, bro.
Hold it. Nigga,
you're not keeping it up.
Hold on. Right now, you trying to overtalk me, so you on mute now. I don't listen, nigga. I talk about you. I talk about Fag None. I talk about the Alphabet Boys. I talk about Shigo. I talk about doggone Doodoo Brown. I talk about Jabba the Hutt. Listen, I don't fuck with you, nigga. I don't like you. Period. I'm not gonna come on your platform. I don't come on platforms of niggas I don't like and fuck with. I can talk about you on my platform as much as I want. You making videos about me, you can do that. You have a right to do that. But for you to come over here and tell me that you want me to come on your platform, whatever you want to say it right now. You on the phone. Go ahead. All right, this nigga hung the phone up. He hung the phone up. I think that was the nigga Janitor Farty. Janitor Farty. I think that's who that was that call. Shout out to Bush the Can Man Cassidy. He said, Coach Ford to Kevin Samuel. I love it. He said, I'm going to put you on mute. I mean, again, the nigga, you're not going to call my platform and try to overtalk me. That's just not going to happen. I let you talk. I let you say what you're going to say. And that's that. You're not going to come on my platform and overtalk me. I don't go on niggas' platforms I don't fuck with. If you don't like the fact that I talk about you, so be it. Ain't shit you can do about it. I'm going to continue to talk about you. I don't fuck with you niggas. I don't like you niggas. And I'm going to continue to talk about you niggas. There's literally nothing that you can do about it. Period. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's D-Block 2 times.
D-Block, talk to me.
He's holding on. Oh, he was doing, Coach. You already know that. He's holding on.
I don't like these fuck niggas at all. I just don't. I can't stand these niggas.
Yeah.
Period, I don't. So.
Yeah. My bad, Coach. But I mean to call it the wrong time. But you know me, Coach. I can wait.
Yeah.
So we talking about Charlo, Coach. Let's let that motherfucker get out. I'm glad he got off the phone. Motherfucker talking too much shit. He don't even make no sense. But let's talk about Charlo. So we're really thinking about him making we're gonna stack some bread and people gonna start betting for Charlo, Coach. You think people gonna start doing that?
Again, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah.
I will say this, D-Block. What's kind of encouraging to me is the simple fact that Jemell, Booger Ray Leonard said that Jermell Charlo is really taking this fight very seriously. He's really training very hard.
For sure.
And he could be playing like a ploy just to, make Canelo think, maybe make Canelo put his guard down, stuff like that. So, I mean, I found that's very encouraging because a lot of people, and even me, I was thinking that, man, I hope this nigga ain't coming to lay down. And, He's not coming to lay down. So that's what I want to know. If Jermell Charlo don't come to lay down, he come to fight, there's a good chance he can win this fight. But I do know that Canelo was training his ass off. And he wants to make sure that he beat this guy, Jermell Charlo, and vice versa. As a boxing fan, that's all you want. You want the two guys to come in, the two gladiators to come in, and really just put in the work and fight each other. And as long as Jermell Charlo ain't coming to lay down, and there's nothing about Jermell Charlo's career that I've seen thus far that would give me any inclination that he's coming to lay down. You get what I'm saying? So
let me ask.
So that's all I want.
Got you.
That's all I want. Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Coach, because I love seeing when you live and you seeing the fight. So let's say this fight, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's gonna be a little competitive, but not that much. I mean, being honest with you, I mean, Charlo, I got respect for him, but if Harrison could outbox and win that first fight, you know what I mean? And it's totally different type of fighter, of course. You know, Canelo and Harrison are totally different. You know, they're different type of boxers, but I think Canelo has a better pedigree than Harrison, and look what he did to Charlo. You know, he confused him in there. So it was like a jab contest, and Harrison won. But for you, Coach, I want to know, out of your vision of when you see in a fight, when will you see when Charlo is you saying like, nah, man, he just came for a paycheck? What round do you think, or what you're gonna see, like if he can't take the body punches, or he just like not giving you that effort that we're used to seeing the Charlo? What do you think you're gonna see in there? I want to like, just get your mind on that, because I want to see what you got to say with that.
That's a good question. For me, it's the body shots. I'm not worried about anything else. For Jermell Charlo, it's the body shots. I know that Jermell Charlo is going to use a lot of lateral movement. I do know that for a fact. It's going to use a lot of lateral movement. But I think Canelo understands this. I think you're going to have to fight Canelo a certain way. When you fighting Canelo, there's a certain way you have to fight him. So you're not going to be able to, you can't bang in the pocket with him. You're not going to be able to do that. So from a stylistic standpoint, Jermell Charlo is going to want to have to keep Canelo on the outside of his jab, move his footwork, move around, this and that, right? That's what he's going to have to do. If he can hurt Canelo, so be it. Maybe try to keep the fight close and see how the fight progresses in the second half of the fight. Jermell Charlo is going to have to be patient because he's dealing with a patient fighter in Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is really not in a hurry. He's a very patient fighter. He's a thinker. I think that Jermell Charlo is a thinker as well, but he's not the most patient fighter in the world. When it comes to dealing with Canelo, he's going to have to be patient when it comes to dealing with Canelo, because you don't want to get, Canelo is going to work the body. He's going to give you something. Canelo will give you the same look in the high guard, but then he'll give you different offensive outputs depending on what you show him. You get what I'm saying? So, this is definitely next level.
I'm gonna let it go. But remember when I just talking about he got the good coach behind him. Remember that Caleb Plant? It was kind of difficult, Coach. And even I was saying like, oh man, that looked kind of difficult. We're going 11th round, but his coach just said, stay consistent, stay where you at. Don't go in there and just be sloppy. You know what I mean? Know what you're doing, and that's exactly what he did. And he knocked him out. So you're right, Coach. Charlo and Canelo are totally different. Houston, be ready, baby, because D-Block can't wait till your ass choke on your ass right there, because y'all gonna lose. Get your ass whooped. D-Block, D-Town, D3, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
Hey, motherfucking D-Block. Hey, D-Block. Hey. Hey, motherfucking D-Man, motherfucking D-Block. What did I say about D-Block, boy? D-Block consistent. I'm wondering what the odds are going to be as the fight gets closer. We have 2 weeks into this fight. I think the day is the 15th. So we have 2 more weeks until this fight appears. As a matter of fact, let's see what the odds are now. I wonder what the odds are for this fight. What the odds are for this fight? Canelo versus Charlo odds. All right, so far from what I'm seeing, Canelo is a roughly minus 400 favorite. Charlo is a plus 300. This is what I'm seeing right now. This is on Game Today. Let's see what we have. What's on Fight Hub? Not Fight Hub, but Odds Checker. Let's see what's on Odds Checker. I know you guys can't see it, but I think those odds kind of high, man. Like, I mean, I know they're high because a lot of people are betting money on it, but odds checker had the same thing, minus 400. So you have a minus 400 favorite in Canelo. Jermell Charlo is a plus 300 underdog. If you're thinking that Jermell Charlo is going to win this fight, the plus 300 looks very, very good. The plus 300 looks very, very good if you think that, if you're looking to put some money on Jermell Charlo. Plus 300? Yeah. Plus 300 seems very, very enticing. Very, very enticing. Plus 300. What you say, legacy mindset? You say that's a good risk. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks very, very enticing, especially for the fighter that he's fighting. It looks very, very enticing. It looks very enticing. Again, Jermell Charlo hasn't been active and he hasn't fought in 16 months. So I think that's playing a big factor into why a lot of the money is betting on Canelo to win. Jermell Charlo, he's really not that known he's known in boxing, but I'm saying he's not known like Canelo. I don't know if a lot of Canelo, now you know what, I take that back. I think a lot of Canelo fans do know who the Charlos are because the Charlo's name has always been connected to Canelo from back when Canelo was at 154. So I take that back. I think a lot of people do know who Charlo is, but I think the simple fact that he hasn't fought in 16 months, that's playing a part in why the money is going on Canelo. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to win. You know what I mean? But plus 300 odds, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you might want to drop a couple dollars on doggone Jermell Charlo. Plus 300, if you really like Jermell Charlo's chances in order to win, plus 300 don't sound bad. What you say, Mike the mobile mechanic? You say I'll drop a hundo on it. I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, you ain't got nothing to lose, dog. If you drop a hundo, it ain't nothing but $100. You ain't got nothing to lose. You get what I'm saying? You really ain't got nothing to lose. If it's $100, you only bet what you can stand to lose. But if it's $100, it's just $100. Simple as that. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see what my motherfucking. Oh, here we go. Shout out to doggone somebody just gave a super chat. Shout out to Diaz. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Charles Johnson say betting odds don't throw punches. Charles, you hit the nail right on the head.
True.
The odds don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, it's the hungriest dog that's gonna get the steak. You hit the nail right on the head, Charles. Betting odds don't mean nothing. Shout out to Diaz. What do you say, fam? You say keep up the great work, coach. I listen every day in the background on my way home from work. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
What you say, Swat? You say, what you say, El Harvey? You say if y'all betting on Mel plus 500 by decision, the move. Sid say, so if you bet 100, you get 400. No, if you bet 100, you get 300. If you bet 100 on, because Mel is, remember Sid, Mel is plus 300. So if you bet 100, you'll win $300. You'll win $300 if you bet 100. So 100 will bring you 300. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got to sit back and analyze that. Now, this is what you want to look at. We got 2 weeks into the fight. Jermell Charlo is fighting, training hard, taking this fight very, very seriously. So that's very, very promising. We're not hearing anything about distractions or anything from Jermell Charlo. That's very promising. We do know that, in this case, the favorite is Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, a lot of people say that Canelo has been slipping. He doesn't look the same. He's slow. He's kind of predictable. So, if September the 30th, we're going to find out. They say that he didn't really look good against John Ryder. But, hey, when he fought John Ryder, John Ryder looked pretty beat up to me. Canelo couldn't knock him out. So, I think that has a lot to do with the toughness of John Ryder, to be honest with you. He had a broken nose and everything. And, so you can't knock everybody out. You get what I'm saying? You can't knock everybody out. So, maybe Jermell Charlo can exploit some things. Maybe he can exploit them. Maybe he can exploit something. I don't know. We'll find out, man. But the only one thing that worries me, shout out to Rick Timms, the only thing that worries me is the 16 months of inactivity. If it wasn't for that, I'll probably be like, yeah, I got Mel. I think Mel can go ahead and pull it off and beat him. If it wasn't for that. But the 16 months of inactivity is what get me. This is the last call, guys. This is the last call. We got one more call. That's it. Caller, what's your name?
Hello? What's up, coaches? No credit.
No credit.
Crawford beat no credit.
No credit. No credit. Talk to me.
Yeah, coach. This Jermell Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez fight.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Jermell Charlo's already given us the signs that. Yeah, well, it's my opinion. Everybody got their own opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the way he's carrying himself for this fight, I feel like he's already given me red flags. If I ever felt like I wanted to put some money on him, now I'm a little hesitant to put some money on him because how he carried himself, I never seen him carry himself like this before. So I'm not going to trust somebody who's carrying himself the way he's carrying himself in a way I've never seen before. So I can't trust a person like that. You understand what I'm saying? I can't trust Jermell Charlo going into this Canelo fight because he's showing me a new side of Jermell Charlo I've never seen before. That's not the confident Jermell Charlo I'm used to seeing. So I'm like, yeah, he know what's up. He know what time it is, man. So I'm not sold on Jermell Charlo. I'm not sold on him going into this fight.
But you don't think that Jermell Charlo is just putting on a ploy to make it seem like because Leonard Ellerbe brought that up in the interview with Fight Hype. You don't think he's just putting on a ploy to make it seem like, try to get Canelo to drop his guards? Because we saw his workout. He looked pretty good in his open workout. Looked like he pretty much on point. So you don't think that, or you just really believe that Jermell Charlo is just he's just gonna lay down in the fight?
Yeah. And I also I don't think it's a ploy because I also heard him say in multiple other interviews where he gave, like, for example, he disrespects Crawford, but he rates Canelo. So I feel like it's some type of delusion there. Like, he rates Canelo like this Greek god or something, like Canelo's the best fighter in the world. So he already in his mind believes he's gonna lose to Canelo. Because he's rating Canelo. He's like, yeah, Canelo is this almighty great person. You understand what I'm saying? When he looks at Crawford, he underestimates Crawford. He got the utmost respect for Canelo Alvarez. He reminds me of Caleb Plant. Like, but Caleb Plant fighting Canelo in the ring, he had too much respect for Canelo in the ring. Jemell, he has a lot of respect for Canelo outside of the ring, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got you. All right, well, we finna get ready to wrap. We finna get ready to wrap the show up, man. But no credit, man. Thank you for calling the show, bro. Your point well taken. Salute, fam. I think I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think Jermell Charlo coming to fight. I think he's coming to fight. I think I've seen enough. I think he's coming to fight. We'll see if the 16 months of inactivity play a role in him losing or winning. We'll see. At least he ain't doing this.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's up? It's the Jemell the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello.
We'll see, man. I'm kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I ain't betting a dime on this fight. If I bet something, I may think about putting like someone may put 100 on Jemell, because of those odds. But I'm not betting nothing on this fight. I'm not betting on this fight. You know what I mean? So I'm being dead serious with y'all. I ain't betting nothing on this fight.
Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a bro hand.
Y'all know what time it is, man. It is what it is. You ain't gotta like it, but you better respect
Nigga,
it.
when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on. All these hoe ass niggas, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck with you niggas. Anyway, shout out to Dr. T. Salute, fam. Hey, okay. For dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, is Booger Ray trying to steer the betting odds instead of speaking the truth about the PBC? He may be trying to corner the market. You know what? I don't know, man. I really don't know. You just really have no way of knowing. You know, sometimes, you know, when you got two skilled fighters like this with Canelo and Jermell Charlo fighting each other, I think you're just going to have to go with your gut. My gut is telling me, you know what, man, this man coming off a 16-month layoff. So I'm not looking past Jermell Charlo at all. I'm past the point where I don't think he's going to come in there and lay down. I think he's actually coming in there to fight. What's going to tell me what happens is when Canelo started landing those body shots, when I started to see how, like, when Canelo started landing that bolo punch to the body, when he slips and bam, or when he catches and bam, or when he parries it, you know, when he catches, you know, like when he catches and bam, slip, bam, you know, with the counters, when he parries the shot, when he parries and come back and counter, you know, everything Canelo throw is hard. He throw like hard shots, quick, stuff like that. So, you know, that heat coming. You know, a lot of times when you haven't fought in a while, like 16 months, your timing is not there. Your timing, it takes a while for your timing to get there and stuff like that. So what is Jermell Charlo timing going to be like coming off a 16-month layoff? Did you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at too. That's exactly what I'm looking at.
Get out while you can. Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at.
That's wrong, That's wrong. He did nothing to you.
Shout out to Rocky Marciano. Shout out to Rocky Marciano.
What about Rocky Marciano?
Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit.
He beat Joe Louis's ass.
Yes, sir, it is what it is, man. And, you know, I told you guys, I'm not betting no money now. I ain't betting no money on this, man. I may try to throw some on Mel. You know, it's going to be a last-minute decision, but I ain't betting no money like I did on the Spence Crawford. This fight right here, I'm really not, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. My gut is telling me Canelo. I'm telling you guys, my gut is telling me Canelo. Because of the 16-month inactivity of Jermell Charlo. If his timing is not there, he in trouble.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
And shout out to Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez for bringing us back to big time boxing.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
All right, shout out to Swat Jones. Hey, okay. Shout out to Mike from West Texas. Salute, fam. Hey, okay. Shout out to Simon. Hey, okay. Shout out to Tay Hill. Hey, okay. Those guys, those are everybody who gave the cash outs. Let's give a shout out to everyone who gave a super chat. We didn't get that many super chats today, but shout out to DTDMV. Hey, okay. Shout out to Diaz. Salute, fam. Hey, okay. Shout out to Boy Crawford Beats. No credit. Canelo. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jasper Driver. Salute, fam. Hey, okay. Shout out to Raider Reaper. Hey, and shout out to Average Boxing Fan. Hey, okay. Now, you know, I want to try to give a shout out to to the ladies. You know, today is Tender on Fridays. I don't want to keep everybody out. But shout out to Sheila. Let's give a shout out to everybody who called the show. Shout out to Sheila from Northern Cali. Hey, okay. Shout out to Coach Eddie from the ATL. Hey, okay. Shout out to Scott from Harlem. Hey, shout out to Mike from West Texas. Hey, okay. Shout out to Martin from Oakland, Old Town Stand Up. Hey, okay. Shout out to Swat Jones from Fort Worth, Texas. Hey, okay. Shout out to D Block from Dallas, Texas. Hey, okay. And shout out to No Credit St. Louis. Hey, okay. And this whole ass nigga who called me trying to get me on this platform, starving for attention. Nah, that the fuck nigga. Nah, it ain't happening like that, homie. You will never get me on your show. You or any of them whole ass niggas. It is what it is. Let's see who else we got. Shout out to Christopher. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Elena. Shout out to the Boxing Prophet. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Shout out to L. Harvey. Shout out to my sister Passion for Beauty. Shout out to who else we have in the building? Shout out to Summer in November. Shout out to my sister Lisa Bells. Shout out to Passion for Beauty. Shout out to Elena. Shout out to my sister Bless 365. Shout out to Nick Rich. Shout out to my sister Sheila. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to Kiara, man. Kiki. Salute to you, Kiki. Shout out to the Duchess of Wisdom. Shout out to Green Eyes P, my sister. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. And shout out to Letitia. And I think shout out to Passion for Beauty as well. If there's any more sisters I forgot, man, please forgive me. It's kind of hard to try to. I had everything. I had all the sisters written down, but oh yeah, shout out to Ebony. Ebony 76. Shout out to Ebony 76. I gotta write her name down too. Shout out to Ebony 76. Shout out to my main man, L. Harvey in the building, School of X, man. Shout out to my brother Jamie Rivera. Shout out to the Boxing Prophet. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Charles Johnson. Salute, bro. And I think I got everybody. The Legacy Mindset. And it Mike the Mobile Mechanic. Salute to you, brother. It is what it is. Y'all know what time it TI is, man. Yes, sir. Let's get it on, man. Shout out to Gloria Day and the Fabulous. Shout out to Gloria Day. One more girl at? Shout out to Gloria Day and the Fabulous Set.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard. They be tripping.
We be tripping.
So they swerving on.
We swerve on.
No faking and no snitching. And repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust.
Niggas gonna bust.
Shout out to my sister Jackie Hernandez. For dropping that quarter of a damn dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to my sister Jackie Hernandez. I really appreciate you, sis. Again, guys, bet how you want to bet. We got 2 weeks into the fight. Happy that this fight is going down. This is going to be a good fight. The pay-per-view is $85. I know $85 may be a little bit too rich for some people's blood. We are going live for this fight. I physically won't be there, but we will go live for this fight. We're going to have a really good fight party. I'm buying the fight so we can call the fight. You know how we do it. We will be going live tomorrow. I'm going live tomorrow, and I'm going live next weekend. And then for the Canelo fight, we're going live for that. So 3 weekends in a row, we are going live. We're going to, it is what it is, man. We're going to make it do what it do. We're going to have some fun. Y'all know how we do it, man. We're going to have some fun, make it happen, make it crack and lack. And it is what it is. Shout out to all of the tenderonis out there, man. We got much love for all of the tenderonis. The sisters, Tenderoni Fridays. Y'all get money, relax, have fun, and enjoy yourself. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Really, though. Once again, it's on as our Coach Malachi Williams signing out. True Media Today USA Boxing. Please sign up to the newsletter. It's pinned to the top of the chat. The newsletter is important. That's so that anytime YouTube don't always send out the notifications. That's so when they do send out if they don't send it out, you will receive an email from me letting you know that, hey man, we are going live, and I did drop a new video, or I may have some new merch out or whatever. So please sign up for the newsletter so we can always stay in contact, just in case. See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Weedy. Shout out to WP. Shout out to Jose Gomez. Shout out to Swat Jones. Shout out to Silver. Shout out to Silver, Sylvester. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to Jason O. Salute, fam. Shout out to Elijah, MK Productions. Shout out to Flex BK. Shout out to Schoolo X-Man. Shout out to Rob. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Mike, the mobile mechanic, and all of the lovely ladies that are in the chat. Weedy, salute, fam. I'm finna go smoke some good green. You already know. I'm jonesing right now. Shout out to Charles. I'm jonesing right now. I'm jonesing right now. I'm finna go give me some of this good green. I see you guys tomorrow, man. I got a video dropping tomorrow, and we going live tomorrow night. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.